On today's part of my take, we have a twofer for the people. We have Lane Johnson from the Philadelphia Eagles getting ready for Super Bowl 57. We also maybe get a little bit of intel on what they're going to be drinking on the sidelines, but great interview with Lane. And then we have one of the more unique interviews we've ever done on Pardon My Take, TJ Watt, recurring guest. We figured, let's make it a little interesting. Our good friend Jersey Jerry sat in the interview. He led most of the questions. They were very, very funny. A super fan interviewing his idol while we moderated. So that was very, very fun. We're going to do our favorite prop bets. We're going to talk about the big game. Maybe a little KD to the Suns as the NBA tried to hijack Super Bowl week, which I didn't appreciate. And Fyre Fest of the week to wrap us up, getting us ready for Super Bowl Sunday. And it's all brought to you by our friends at Bowlero. Bowlero is the world's largest owner and operator of bowling centers with over 300 locations throughout the United States, currently located in 32 states. Bowlero is known for reinventing one of America's oldest pastimes into a new and unforgettable experience with modern and beautifully designed venues, premium signature cocktails, and a creative menu. Bowlero is the perfect spot for a night out. Whether you're celebrating a birthday, feeling competitive, or just want to have a good time, Bowlero is the go-to destination for an unforgettable and bold experience. Enjoy a guaranteed spot on the lanes when you reserve a lane or book an event at Bowlero near you. Visit Bowlero.com using promo code BarstoolBowl for 15% off your reservation. This offer is only valid through the month of February. It's Bowlero.com, Bowlero.com. We spent an entire day there. It was awesome. I miss Bowlero. It was so much fun. Great food, lots of action. Bowlero.com. Use promo code BarstoolBowl for 15% off your reservation. Offer only valid through the month of February. Okay, let's go. Welcome to Pardon My Take. Today is Friday, February 10th. And boys, Super Bowl 57.
We made it. It's been a long season.
It has.
The longest NFL season ever, by days.
Ever.
I think we'd be remiss, though, if we didn't start out the show by congratulating Chris Paul and the Phoenix Suns for winning the 2023 NBA championship.
Yes.
Congratulations.
Yes.
It's his year. Like, honestly, if you look at that team right now, the big three, we had the news that broke in the middle of the night, which, what a rush for those of us that stayed up.
Yeah.
Thank God we were on Mountain Time.
Yeah.
Mountain Time's legit. They shipped KD out of town. He's a son. I feel like this.
Well, he already was.
I feel like this has got to be his
know
year.
his mom.
He's a son for
Right.
sure. It's got to be his year. Yeah. He's a star too.
He's a star too. Yeah, maybe it's his year.
It's got to be.
Maybe.
There's no way that they lose.
So I was thinking about it because last night I was like, should I bet on the Suns now? And the price went crazy. It was like, I think they're like 5-1 or 6-1. And then I thought about it a little bit harder and I was like, wait. So the Suns are really good right now. They traded away some really good players. So their bench players are, their bench is not great. And they're going to rely on a 35-year-old guy who's been injured a lot since his Achilles and Chris Paul in the playoffs.
Yep. I don't see where this goes wrong.
I don't either.
The only wrench in the system is that AJ Titties is pregnant, so she's probably not back to her old tricks.
Well, when is the baby due?
Actually, that's a good point.
You probably know.
Let's see, 9 months ago. I think it's probably due in the next couple months. So, yeah, she might be back in mid-season form.
She'll be back. The trade deadline, the NBA trade deadline did their best to hijack Super Bowl week, which that's fine. I mean, they got to get what they get,
Yeah.
But yeah, we had Kevin. We obviously had the Kyrie. We had Kevin Durant going to the Suns. The Sixers made a move. Who else made moves? There's a couple other. Pat Beverly going to the Magic. Russell Westbrook going to the Jazz.
It's probably his desired destination, right?
Yeah, that's got to hurt. We also. Because we taped early on Tuesday.
Mike Conley going to the Timberwolves.
Going to the Timberwolves. D'Angelo Russell going to the Lakers. So a lot of moves back and forth. Feels like wide open league. Everyone's taking a shot in the Western Conference. We obviously taped early on Tuesday. We talked about LeBron breaking his record. We should mention he broke it in a loss to the Thunder. And also we had Anthony Davis proudly, I respect him standing up to LeBron James and not sitting there and showing no emotion when LeBron broke the record. And you might be like, wait, why would he do that? Well, because it was like 24 hours before that LeBron tried to trade Anthony Davis for Kevin Durant.
Yep.
So, yeah, it might backfire a little bit when you want to trade everyone on your team. Although Anthony Davis, now that I'm thinking about it, he should have known that could have happened because he literally got traded to the Lakers when LeBron tried to trade his entire team.
Yeah, it's like
you got cheated on.
If you start a relationship with somebody that's in a relationship, don't be surprised when they cheat on you later.
Yes.
So Anthony, he sat on the bench. He did stand up for the ceremony when they gave the ball to LeBron, and a really poignant quote. It was touching. LeBron James with the microphone. Fuck, man. Thank you guys.
Fucking a man.
That's probably the coolest thing that he's ever said.
He's fucking a man.
Wait, fuck men. Thank you guys is what he said.
There was a lot of trade action though. I feel like every team made at least a deal. Did the Celtics do anything?
They picked up one guy, but nothing crazy.
Blake of the Year, Blake Griffin, had a great quote after the game. He made 3 threes?
He had a great game. Yeah.
He had a great game. Made 3 threes. The Sixers made 0 adjustments to counteract for Blake's long range shooting, and he said, "No disrespect, but I thought that they were going to maybe make some adjustments, start to guard me, but they didn't make any adjustments. No disrespect, though."
Yeah,
that was great. When you book into statement with doubled no disrespects, and that's the most disrespect that you can give to somebody.
And on like the bottom line, it said Blake Griffin, aka Steph Curry, which is great.
I like that.
Yeah, it was awesome. Also, we
Mike
had
Muscala.
What?
Mike Muscala.
Yeah,
sounds like a baseball player.
Yeah. We had Josh Hart's going to meet up with Jalen Brunson, Villanova love in New York. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it feels like there were so many trades.
It's good when there's an exciting trade deadline.
Yes. Yeah.
Like NFL, nothing ever happens.
Yeah.
MLB, sometimes it's crazy, sometimes it's not. NBA, I feel like usually isn't as nuts as it was.
I think outside of the playoffs, the NBA trade deadline is the best week of the NBA calendar.
Free agency.
Yeah.
Well, embrace debate. I don't know. There was a lot of drama this year, Jake.
I don't know. Yeah, this year maybe, but I'd say overall. I
also appreciate the Nets doing. Let's see if we can get the most amount of picks. I think the trade that they made today after the Kevin Durant trade, I think they got 5 second-round picks, that's far too many second-round picks to have.
Those are just future trades.
Yeah, right. Like you don't. Those are just toss-ins. They're like gift bags for future trades.
5 second-round picks. You might as well be like, here's nothing. Here's the most nothing that we could possibly give you.
It's like when you get someone a present, you're like, was this enough? Let me just throw in like a gift card.
Yeah, or
like a edible arrangement.
Or you put it in a giant bag that's stuffed with tissue paper.
Yeah, right.
That's kind of what it was. But Jay Crowder, I think we even said on Part of My Take on Wednesday, what if something happens where Jay Crowder gets moved in a Kevin Durant deal? So I think we might have called that before it happens. Are we Shams guys or are we Woj bomb guys? Because I feel like Shams had the KD news, right?
Shams has everything.
Yeah.
It's Shams.
Yeah,
Shams. And I think we're Shams guys.
I think
so,
we got to be Shams guys.
That news broke down the trade numbers. Woj had 11, Shams had 10.
But
pretty
who had
even.
The most significant one?
Yeah. That one, the KD
I think
news
Shams had
counts as
Kyrie
3.
too.
Yeah, well then that's
quality
a clean
versus
sweep.
quantity.
Yeah, if you have KD and Kyrie trades on your resume, I don't care that Woj got like Jacob Podol or whatever he got traded.
Jakob Poeltl.
Yeah.
What?
It's Jakob Poeltl.
No, I said Jacob Podol.
Yeah.
That's how you say his name. Either way, he got traded somewhere. Where did he get traded to? Who cares?
Siberia.
Yeah. Oh, I think the Raptors. Yeah, the Raptors got him.
You know what?
Raptors, watch out for the Raptors.
Yeah, you know what the saddest news is? I think that was like right after the KD trade happened.
Yeah.
And Woj knew he got beat, so he's like, fuck, I got to empty the chamber. And he just floods the timeline with inconsequential stuff.
Yes.
But he's like, okay, at least I'm on the scoreboard right now. They got to be rolling around during this week with probably 6-7 cell phones. It's got to be just an abundance of battery
going
life.
Nuts.
Just you gotta have your charge game on point.
Who did the Nets get 5 second-round picks for? I love just
Jay
5
Crowder.
second. Was Jay Crowder?
Yeah, Jay Crowder.
That's Yeah, that's brutal to have that be your trade value.
Yep.
Because it doesn't matter. They could have done, what's the difference between 5 second-round picks and 15 second-round picks? There's none.
It's like Schrute bucks.
Yeah, it's just like, here, you just take, you know what? It's actually better. We can probably fire half of our scouting department.
Well, if I was an NBA GM, I would not want. That's just a lot of work that you have to do.
No, you just
a ton of paperwork you have to sift through. A lot of film you have to watch for a second round guy. It's like, no, if it's not a top 15 pick, I don't want it.
No, if you have 5 second-round picks, that means that you now have to open up an office in Estonia.
Yeah.
Like you're gonna have to just go and find those guys overseas.
I would say if you have 5 second-round picks, all that means is that you got fleeced in a previous trade.
Right.
And that's what you have. But
right.
Jay Crowder, I think, is the very definition of a nice piece to have.
Yes.
He's a good piece. On a good team, Jay Crowder is a guy that you want. It's like him, Mike Conley, 2 very good piece guys.
Wait.
I think Mike Conley's better than a piece guy.
Yeah, you are high. You do overrate Jay Crowder.
I like Jay Crowder.
Yeah,
I think
Jay Crowder's a quintessential. Like he'll hit 2 threes and then he'll take 10 more.
I think it's the hair.
Yeah,
The hair makes when you see a dude with long hair like that's built like a brick shithouse like he is. When that dude has a stroke from 3, I will automatically overvalue. I'm like, this guy can do it all.
yeah, he does. He does have sick hair. All right, so yeah, NBA trade deadline came and went. Maybe we'll have Russillo on in a couple weeks. He can cry about how Chris Paul. If Chris Paul doesn't win it now, this is a legacy. This is a legacy year for Russillo and his son.
Yeah, this is it. You said it right. It's a legacy season now for Chris Paul. But I honestly don't see a way that he loses.
It also was funny that after the Kyrie dust settled and everyone tried to figure out what deals were offered, the Suns did offer Chris Paul for Kyrie.
Yeah.
So that means that Chris Paul and Kyrie, that has to kill Russillo because he does not like Kyrie.
No.
And he loves Chris Paul like a son.
So now I think if the season ended today, which would be shocking if that happened, but
That would be definitely weird.
I think the Suns and the Mavericks would play in the first round of the playoffs. So I need that.
Yeah.
I need that so badly.
Because too, that they'll do a long embrace. And people are like, are they going to team up again?
Okay, so
is Kyrie to the Suns?
I've been thinking about Kyrie because you know how you've said he is your favorite basketball player's favorite basketball player?
Correct.
I think it's just a matter of appreciating Kyrie from a distance is awesome.
Well,
But once you get in the same room when you have to share hotels with him, when you have to be on the bus all the time with Kyrie,
even then-
when you're with him day after day, I think that's when it starts to grate on you. But from across the league, you can watch and be like, yeah, that dude rocks.
But even then, Nick Claxton came out and said that Kyrie is his favorite teammate he's ever had. I think guys just like him. And it's just a disconnect with the media where they don't understand that NBA locker rooms like Kyrie. And yes, he is if you asked any basketball player over 6'7", and you're like, what would you like if you could pick anyone's game? They'd be like, yeah, I wish I was Kyrie.
Yeah.
And I didn't have to bang down low. I could just be awesome with dribbling and shooting and finishing at the rim.
But I think if you asked other teammates that he played with, you'd probably get a lot of people being like, I hate that guy.
No.
I mean, Tatum and Jaylen Brown love him.
Yeah.
Yeah?
No, that's the crazy part. I think there's a major disconnect where everyone in sports media is like, how could you ever want to be teammates with Kyrie? And then everyone he plays with is like, we love Kyrie. So he must be a cool dude to hang out with.
If I was his teammate, I wouldn't like him.
Okay.
I'm just going to say that.
Okay. All right. But until you met him, and then you'd probably be like, this guy's cool.
He would take all my shots.
Yeah. It is almost universal. I can't remember. Has there anyone been very outspokenly anti-Kyrie who's played with him? Maybe a couple guys, but it is very overwhelming. Guys like Kyrie, and then everyone sits in media and is like, "How could you like this guy?" I don't know, dude. We're not NBA players.
We're the best players in the world.
Yeah, we're not in that locker room, so we have no fucking clue.
I would like to congratulate the Nets though on assembling the biggest bust of any dream team ever.
Yeah.
I think this cool throne
Twice.
That Eagles team where Vince Young came out and said we're the dream team right now. That's usually the kiss of death. The Nets have now done it twice, and somehow they managed to surpass their last big blow up.
Yes.
There's just something with that organization. I don't know. They did a bad job of putting the weirdest players together in a locker room and expecting them to get along.
Although
so now it's Ben Simmons' team.
Yeah, this time it's actually better than the last time because last time they traded for their dream team. This time they just got them to sign with him.
Yeah.
So they actually have picks and talent. They have pretty much every wing player in the NBA now. They are we're going to find out, like the old, why don't they build the whole plane out of the black box?
Yeah.
Like, why don't they build an entire NBA team out of wing players? We'll find out.
It's Joe Harris season.
Yeah, we'll find out.
It would be cool though so they've got all those second round picks. All you have to do is just hit on one Euro guy.
Yeah.
You just have to go out get your Giannis.
Yeah. Giannis was a first round pick. But
Was he?
Yeah.
I thought it was second round.
Yeah.
Pick.
Yeah. But that's okay.
Oh, I was thinking about Jokic.
Yeah.
Get your Jokic.
Yeah. Get a Jokic.
It's very easy.
Yeah. All right. Enough basketball talk. Let's get to the big game. And it is brought to you by our friends at Gametime, exclusive ticketing partner of Barstool Sports. Created by fans for fans, Gametime is a ticketing app that makes it easier than ever to score last-minute deals on tickets to sports, concerts, and shows, and they guarantee the lowest price. We used Gametime for the Super Bowl tickets that Max is going to the game. They cracked the code on how to score deals on last-minute tickets. It's possible with the Gametime app. The biggest last-minute price drops can be found on the seats you thought you could never buy. What are they going for right now, Jake? There's some big-time price drops. So we've already purchased the tickets from Gametime Max. They were $6,000 each. What are they going for now? What, Jake?
The cheapest ticket is $4,116.
Oh man, that's okay. They're not going to go lower, right?
They're still at the time of this recording 72 hours until kickoff.
Oh no, man! Imagine if they go for like $300.
Who is that worse for? Is that's worse for Max?
Oh, way worse for Max.
Yeah,
because obviously, again, if the Eagles win, I'll be happy no matter what. Max has been looking at the price drops, being like, "Damn,
it's actually not that bad because they're going to win."
Yeah, they're going to win. And you can go see them win with Gametime. The purchase process takes just 2 taps and 10 seconds. I know because I did it. And once you buy your tickets, they're delivered directly to your phone. No printer needed. The app also allows you to easily share tickets with friends via text so you can get into the game seamlessly, skip the hassle, and enjoy the moment. Download the Gametime app or go to the website, enter your email, and redeem code PMT for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Code PMT for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Last-minute tickets. Greatest ticket app out there, the Gametime app. Exclusive ticketing partner, Barstool Sports. All right, Super Bowl 57. Let's go, boys. Should we start with game predictions or what we think is going to happen? Then we can talk about our props.
I got Birds by 6.
Okay, so the thing that's making me most nervous, and this is a thought, we have to get all the bad thoughts out. Is there a world in 5 years' time where we're sitting at a bar and we're saying the sentence, remember when Patrick Mahomes was an underdog to Jalen Hurts in the Super Bowl? Mm-hmm. That was fucking stupid.
Well,
that is my worst nightmare, and that's just been ringing around in my stupid, dumb dog brain.
I have seen this take floating around out there. It's bubbling online. This is how you can tell that we're getting just too far into Super Bowl media week and we need the game to happen. Mm-hmm. Somebody said, yeah, Patrick Mahomes is the best quarterback, but if you're looking at all the best traits in a quarterback to have, you want a guy like Jalen Hurts instead of like Patrick Mahomes.
Nice.
Which is, now we're in some galaxy brain level shit where we've scraped the bottom of our brains and we've eaten all the meat off the bone that is this Super Bowl. If we're getting to the point where we're saying, yeah, Jalen Hurts, rather have him on my team than Patrick Mahomes.
It's the thing that, Chiefs fans get upset at us about when they're like, you don't talk enough about Patrick Mahomes. What else is there to talk about besides that he's the best quarterback in the NFL?
Yeah,
he is the best quarterback in the NFL. It's not a debate. It's a fact. And that is what scares me the most about Sunday.
And I love watching him play.
Yeah.
He's a joy to watch play quarterback. When he's locked in, he's awesome. But I keep just going back to the guy off. I just keep having like a room off in my brain. And the only room is quarterback and tight end that I think favors the Chiefs. So I'm gonna roll with the Birds.
So that thought is in my brain. I have things that counteract that thought. The guy off, all the positions, trench warfare. Mm-hmm. I went to Burt Kreischer's show, comedy show, and there was the whole Chiefs offensive line was there, and I had a few beers. I might have started barking a little. I don't know if that's good or bad, but I was like, "There's some dogs coming after you," and they're like, "What are you talking about, dude? Mm-hmm. Like we're trying to enjoy a comedy show," and I was like, "Yeah." And I also asked them if Matt Nagy was a creep, and they're like, "He's our coach." No.
Yeah.
So that was a swing and a miss. 0 for 2 for me.
Well, wait. So what you're saying is that the Chiefs' offensive line was out partying.
They were all
Super Bowl
They were all
week.
drinking seltzers. I checked.
Oh, wow.
I was upset because I was like, "Why don't you have a beer?"
Oh no! Like what kind of seltzer? You mean alcoholic seltzers?
No. Unfortunately, they were. and they all looked very sober.
Okay, in that
So
case,
it hurt.
In that case, I'm just gonna say they're distracted.
Yeah, but
They're
dogs are
distracted
coming.
this
The
week.
dogs are
They're
coming.
distracted this
Yeah.
week, and so you didn't see any Eagles at that game, right? They're studying the playbook.
Exactly, but it is also just a true testament to how stupid alcohol can make your brain feel. Where I walked up to the Chiefs' offensive line in the green room after, and I was like, "Eagles coming." And they're just like, "Who the fuck are you, dude?"
Yeah, I'm feeling confident in the Eagles.
What?
Because
We know.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
An idiot. A
No,
big
like we know the Eagles are coming.
Yeah. But I was like, I think I might have even barked a little, which is embarrassing to think back to.
There's been an online hoax going around too. The script has been put out there according to an anonymous Twitter account that claims that they read it on Pro Football Reference.
Okay.
So this went mega viral. It said that the game, they had the game score and the entire game page had been updated on Pro Football Reference, and said the final score is going to be Eagles 37, Chiefs 34. Now,
What a game.
A lot of people are saying that it's just a manipulated Photoshop screenshot, but it went
What a
super
game.
viral to the point where Vegas was taking so many bets on the exact score, 37-34, it went from plus 2,500 all the way down. Excuse me, it went all the way from plus 8,000 down to plus 2,500 because so many dumbasses out there thought that this was
37-34.
a legit screenshot.
I mean, that's an instant
Like Back to the
classic Super Bowl.
Future.
Yeah.
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 That would be.
I mean, can you imagine
sign me
if it
up.
happened?
Yeah, it would be incredible. So, yeah, the offensive defensive line advantages for the Eagles are, I won't say significant because the Chiefs defensive line has some fucking really, really good players, but I think that's like the equalizer with the Patrick Mahomes, Jalen Hurts.
There is one level of disrespect, though, that I think could be motivating. I think we've gotten to the point where we've talked so much about how much better that Eagles defensive line is than the Chiefs offensive line, that the Chiefs offensive line might go out there and have like the game of their life. Because that's all you've heard, right?
And they've had like random dudes coming up to him at comedy shows and barking at him.
Well, people play the disrespect card a lot, and I think they overuse it all the time. In this case, it probably, if you're a Chiefs offensive lineman, you're probably, especially at getting barked at.
Yeah.
That might be the tipping point where it's like, hey, they pay us to play football too.
Yeah, I might have buried myself.
We're pretty good.
That's a fact.
You can't bark at a man and expect him not to bite.
Let me put a little bit of context. Orlando Brown Jr. did come up to me and say what's up. I think he's a listener, and there's a couple listeners on the Chiefs offensive line. So it wasn't totally unsolicited.
Okay.
Once they knew who I was like, you know what? Now I'm going to start barking.
I'm just saying that they do feel like they're the most disrespected unit.
I agree. All right, so I have a couple other numbers that help push down the negative thoughts. First one, Mahomes is wearing a white uniform for the first time in the playoffs. Can he win with the road uniform?
We don't know.
I don't think so.
But also, counterpoint, I think the white uniforms in like the last 26 years, 28 years, 11 and 17, I believe, is the stat.
Wait, it's 11 and 17, so
It's
that's
one,
good.
It's one way or the other. I forget if it's a good thing or
It's
a bad
11
thing.
and 17, that would be good. White uniforms.
No, white uniforms win.
So it's 17 and 11.
17 and 11.
Yeah. Okay, so that's bad. Either way, whatever. Okay, that's just noise. I'm going to use selective choice of noise. That's noise. That's irrelevant. Patrick Mahomes also has 56 interceptions in his career. What Super Bowl is this?
57.
He
might throw a pick.
6 at the end.
What a
Seal
walk-off
the
that would
game.
be.
2 touchdowns, 4 interceptions in his career in the Super Bowl.
Whoa. Hank,
Patrick Mahomes can't win the big one.
Hank, what's that?
I know. Obviously, everyone's talking about Brady, and they put that set up, and it's like, this is the guy.
Yeah. Okay, so that's where that came from.
2 and 4.
The other one that I had was in this Super Bowl, it'll be the 7th time the passing leader, so passing yards leader, is in the Super Bowl, and they're 0-6. So Tom Brady in 2017, Peyton Manning in 2013, the Denver-Seattle Super Bowl, Tom Brady in 2007 against the Giants, Rich Gannon against the Bucks, Kurt Warner against the Patriots, and Dan Marino against the Niners.
Okay.
So the quarterback who's had the most passing yards in that season has not won the Super Bowl yet.
Interesting.
Interesting.
And some people are pointing to the fact that Chiefsaholic may have been released from prison.
Yes.
On bail.
Billy's pointing that out.
You say that would favor the Chiefs because their biggest super fan is out of prison. I think it's the other way around. I think that if they wanted any chance in this, they were going to use that to like we have to free Chiefsaholic by winning his future for him.
Yeah.
That way he'll be able to post bail. But no, I think that actually having Chiefsaholic out is going to be a detriment to the Chiefs.
That was the first we had heard from Billy all week. He's like, hey, do you guys want to interview Chiefsaholic? And I was like, good thought, but I'd really only want to ask about how he robbed banks. And I'd assume if he's out on bail, he's probably not going to talk about it.
His lawyer would probably strongly advise him not to talk about the case. But on the other hand, like I get strong, like I will defend myself in court vibes from Chiefsaholic.
Yeah,
hopefully
true.
in the entire Wolf uniform.
Yeah, true. So Billy might interview him himself, and we'll put that on the Pardon My Take YouTube. Okay, so I'm
What a meeting of the minds that will be.
Yeah,
it's like
geez.
the Frost Nixon of our generation.
So I'm obviously Eagles. I think it's going to be a very tight game. I think there's not going to be many moments where it feels like the Eagles are safe, Max, but I'm going Eagles.
Okay.
Which isn't a surprise to anyone. Jake, what do you think? You have to give us a game prediction.
Yeah, I mean, I'm rooting for you to win. I want you to win. And I've been so bad this year, so I want to pick the Chiefs.
Okay, yes, do it. Yeah, you're wearing red right now.
Yeah, so
Okay.
Chiefs, woohoo.
Okay, nice,
Yeah.
nice.
There we go.
Cultural appropriation.
Yeah, what was that woohoo?
Like, let's go. Chiefs.
Why'd you put your hand over your mouth when you did it?
No. Watch YouTube. 32-26.
I couldn't help but notice that your legs are crossed right now.
32-26 to Origami. It'd be a bummer if I ended this last place year with another loss.
Wait, so what's the scoregami bet?
32-26. Oh, yeah, that's my favorite prop. I'm sure we'll get to that. But plus 1,500 in the Barstool Sports.
Okay, scoregami. I'm rooting for a scoregami for you.
Thank you. I'm rooting for the Eagles for you. But I picked the Chiefs.
Okay, nice. Hank,
Yes.
we all want to know.
I will not be betting the outcome of the game before the game. This is not trolling. I'll tell you this right now. I will be betting whoever goes down early.
Okay.
I will be
That's
taking
consistent with
the-
Hank.
Yeah, that's fair.
The live
That's not a
money
troll.
line.
Hank wants to see the plus sign.
My official prediction, though, of who I think is going to win is the Eagles.
Okay.
But I'm not going to.
And what would that do to you?
That would make me happy because you're happy.
Oh, okay.
And Max is happy.
And PFT?
And PFT.
Yeah, I mean, I've got
and me
the
too.
biggest bet of my life on this game.
I did put a future in.
On the Cowboys?
on
No,
Sunday.
that lost.
Now we put one on the Eagles. $3.
That's not a
Oh,
future.
yeah, future.
Yeah, no, the game's coming up in
it
the
is.
future.
Technically, every bet is a future.
Yeah.
Unless
True.
it's live.
It's live, yeah.
Yeah.
Max, you want to give some thoughts before you go in for war? Tell us too, like what your Sunday's going to look like. What's the plan? We might. I think what we might do is if we can figure out.
We need to get them like 3 C4s before the game.
Can we go live on the Pardon My Take YouTube from our phones or no? No, that's
Probably
not
not
how
the
it works.
YouTube, Instagram.
Yeah. Okay. So we'll whatever we do, it might be we might make a quick video. We might do a live Instagram. But Sunday morning, we'll figure out a way that Max, PFT, and I will do like a little 2-minute, just like how you feeling, Max, a day, before the game.
Yeah, we can do it Instagram live and then just post it on the feed after.
Yeah. Okay. So we'll make sure that you can hear from Max when it's like go time. But how are you feeling right now? It looks like you're
sweating.
Looks like you're about to cry.
No.
Sweating profusely.
The ticket drop hurt.
Don't worry about that.
That did
matter.
That's
no, that
loser
did
talk.
hurt.
That is, oh
It's loser mentality that
It's
you
not
have
loser
right now.
mentality,
It
but
is.
you know,
Why are
you're
you afraid of
thinking it.
losing?
It's a free
I'm
ticket.
not afraid of losing.
You
but
are
I'm
because you're
just-
thinking about the cost difference.
You're
and I'm
already
all-
thinking about paying them the money back, which would imply that they lose.
No, well, that's whatever. You saying that I'm not going to be comfortable. Well, I'm not going to be. We'll be up 3 scores, and I still won't be comfortable. But I'm thinking about what's going to go on through my body if it's like a 3-score game or a 3-point game in the fourth quarter, and like I might actually pass out.
Yeah, your body might just like go into fight or flight mode,
Because-
like a possum, and just knock you out.
The difference is like 5 years ago when we beat the Patriots, it was a sort of game where it was like, we're happy to be here. We have a backup quarterback.
Underdogs.
We're on a great run. We're going against Tom Brady, the best quarterback of all time, and it was almost like, this is fun. Let's just go into this. Let's hopefully we have a good game. We don't get blown out, and it's like a fun night. Now it's like, we have to win this game. We're losing a lot of guys in the offseason. Like we got to start paying Jalen Hurts.
You got picks though.
We do have picks, but it's like you don't get this opportunity often, and this is the best team that like we could possibly put together right now, and you got to win a Super Bowl. And it's like all starting to hit me right now.
2 in 5 years is significant. Like
Yeah.
that's the Eagles start getting remembered as like, hey, they were fucking there for a stretch.
Yeah, no. And then if you get one, and then you can start to get more. It's
Titletown.
Yeah. Well,
2 and 5 years would be
Yeah.
you're knocking on a dynasty doorstep right there.
Yeah. You probably need 2. You probably need 4 and 7 years.
I give you 4 and 8 years to me would qualify as a dynasty.
That's the Warriors, I think. Yeah.
4 and 9 is a nice little run. I mean, it wouldn't be absurd for you to say Titletown unless all of your teams kept losing in the finals.
The Chiefs are the team that's really playing for the
I'm
dynasty.
also very worried about that. Like, we can't keep losing in the finals.
So I'm curious to know as a fan. Like
real.
doing the
That
max
was so
sweep.
real.
If you do the Philly sweep and you just what if the Sixers make it to the finals, they lose?
That would be fine because we'd beat the Celtics.
Yeah. But from your
Why are we
perspective
talking
as
about
a
this?
fan,
Keep it focused on the game, Max.
if you're going to the
Blake
game
Griffin
as a fan, the
skull fucked
Super
you
Bowl
guys
is a
this week.
place where it's like it's more corporate. It's not as rowdy as the Link. It's also not as rowdy as Arrowhead. But you have fans that might not know whether to stand up, get super loud. What's your game plan going to be like as an Eagles fan?
I'm gonna make
It's
sure
also
that
bad sports sound. The tickets are dropping.
Yeah, they are significantly.
stop talking about that.
It went from your tickets are $6,000. There, you could get in for $3 grand right now.
Stop. And that's just not true. We just read the number.
What
it
was it?
was
$4
4.
grand?
dropped
But by
since
the
then.
end of the night, by the time people are listening to this, it'll be $3 grand. They'll be giving away for free.
I'd like you to shut up. Wait, what were we just talking about? I don't even know.
Like crowd noise.
Oh,
are
crowd
you
noise.
going to be like full Philly?
Yes,
What are you wearing?
I could be wearing this sweatshirt.
No, you can't wear white. You got to wear green.
I have this also in green.
Okay, you have to wear green because the Chiefs are wearing white.
That's true. I'll be wearing green. I'll be wearing this, but like an opposite. You can also buy this at the Barstool store.
Nice. Are you gonna wear the pants?
No, I'm not gonna wear the pants.
Smart.
What if I? What
coward.
if? What,
I know, that's
I
smart.
thought about it, but like, what if we go? I mean, if the Eagles
I
win,
want you to
if
wear
the Eagles,
the-
I can't be wearing those out.
If
I
you
can't
wore
be wearing
those pants there,
out.
they would be like, we don't technically have a dress code here, but those aren't coming.
No. If he wears the pants, it will be great because people will be like, "How could he afford Super Bowl tickets?" And the answer could possibly be he can't.
Well,
He has a baby back.
those pants would be. I could see somebody that's like literally homeless wearing them, or then somebody that's like mega rich. I don't give a fuck what I look
Right.
like wearing them.
They're
Right.
so comfortable. They're great pants.
Okay,
you
so
should
back
wear
to the game.
Yeah, so you're gonna be full Philly. You're gonna be screaming the entire time.
Maybe hit a child.
Are you gonna stand up on defense?
I don't know. I can't be thinking. All I have to be worrying about is what's going on.
No,
in
you
that
gotta
field. I
game
can't
plan
be
this shit, Max.
I can't be thinking about whether
You're going
I'm
into the
gonna be
game
standing,
unprepared.
I'm going to be sitting. I can't be worried about the people around me. I can be worried about me. I can be worried about Roan. I can be worried about memes. I can be worried about my crew being into the game, focused on what we need to do, and it's come home with Super Bowl 57.
Okay. Come on.
right.
I don't
I
even
like
know
it
what I
back
just
in.
was doing
Yeah.
there,
Yeah,
but
no, it was a nice pump up.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you'll be sitting on that couch crying to me on Sunday night.
It would be so bad.
Oh, Hank is now rooting for that.
I think the AWLs are too. Let's be honest.
No, I don't think
That's
so.
mean, Hank.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, they definitely
100%.
are. I mean, they rooted against you in they root against us in every big
It's
game.
kind of, from a content perspective. Again, that's what your bet actually complicates it because it's.
Oh, I'll be
I
just
don't.
as
I don't.
depressed.
Yeah, like I love Future. I love a good value. You got great value. I don't want to see you lose $200K. So that will make it worse. But the loss would be so sweet. Damn it, so.
I mean, I know. Listen, because it is a double loss. It's Max and me, and the AWLs are sickos. They're perverts, and they want to see pain. That's what they want to see.
It would be so much pain. But
Okay,
You got it.
you're ready to go, Max.
Oh
You're
my
ready
God.
to go.
I have a
Come on,
question.
Max.
And then
Also, make sure you're following Pardon My Take Twitter and Instagram. Memes is going. He's going to be documenting the whole game. We'll have it for PMTV as well. But live updates memes will be on top of all of that. So, yeah.
what makes me a little bit nervous is I could definitely see a world Max comes back, he's crying, and Jake won his Super Bowl bet, and he reluctantly like shakes his hand like,
not a bet, it's
I
a
really,
pick.
No,
I
what
really,
if it's scoregami and the Chiefs win?
I just keep my mouth shut.
and Max would be like, Jake would be like, I'm really sorry that I beat you. That'd be just
Again.
classic
I
Jake.
would not say a word.
If the game is tied in the fourth quarter, who would you rather be?
Chiefs.
What's the score?
21-21.
Chiefs? Too much time for Patrick Mahomes.
If you said 17-17, I would have said Eagles.
Yeah. Yeah, 21 implies we've
Would
had
you-
some
there's been
touchdowns.
some points scored. There's
Considering
some
an in-game
offense.
hedge.
I said yes. There's a potential for a live hedge, but it's probably not going to happen.
Like 14 plus points.
Yeah, like if the Eagles go up 10-0 and it's like I'm sitting there and it's looking like it's Chiefs plus 450, I might just be like, yeah, just a little bit.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna be sitting next to PFT, so I'll tell them it's not going to be. There's no other hedges. There's no other hedges. All right, favorite props.
I got some hot ones.
Yeah, I got a couple too.
I got some real hot ones. Hank and I are going to go head-to-head on one, it sounds like. I put him on this bet earlier today, in classic Hank fashion. He took my bet, and he's just doing the exact opposite. It's not a troll, though. I actually believe Hank when he says that he's not trolling on this. He would never troll.
Never.
But I saw this bet pop up on the Barstool Sportsbook. No doinks. I'm taking no doinks.
I'm team no doink.
The field goal or an extra point, if there's a doink, it pays out what, Hank? Plus 410, 420?
If there is a doink.
If there is a doink, I'm no doinks. So I'm loading up, and I think it's minus 540 on the Barstool Sportsbook. I'm going to put a shitload of money on no
minus
doinks.
540?
And it's going to be.
Oh, you got to go doink.
It's going to be.
what I'm saying.
No, it's
you
going to
brought it up, I
be.
was like, that's a great bet, but then I looked at it.
It's going to be torture. It's going to be so much torture on every single attempt for me. Because I put myself in the mindset, like, rooting for a doink, that's fun. But just the sheer terror that goes through your brain as every kick is in the air. Is it going towards the upright? Is it not? That's the edge of the knife that I want to be living on for this Super Bowl. So I'm going, it's not a good bet. I want to preface it by saying it's a terrible bet, but I love it.
Okay.
No doinks.
Next one.
Over 3.5 field goals.
Okay.
So this is the bet that you should have been following all year long.
That's a lot of doink opportunities.
Since week 4 on
realize
primetime games. Oh, I realize. Since week 4 in primetime games, I think it was hitting at something like 78% on the season. And it's always like, I think an average of plus 125. So that's single-handedly gotten me through the season on the plus side, is just hammering that shit. The Gremlin play, over 3.5 field goals. And then, I love this one. Offensive lineman touchdown, yes.
Ooh.
And it's plus 2,000. It's fun to root for, but also I feel like in the red zone, the Chiefs get creative.
True.
And they've had all sorts of weird plays. They haven't really featured an offensive lineman recently. They've probably been saving that one. Andrew Reid loves his big guys. And then on the other side, I feel like Sirianni, in like a tribute to Philly lore, probably has a Philly special type play drawn up. Some sort of gadget play in the red zone that he's going to try to run. And I know it's not a guarantee that it would go to a lineman, but I think that bumps it up enough in my brain where I'm like, okay, it's more probable than not that if he runs a weird play like that, it could be a tackle that catches him.
So along those same lines, one of my favorite props, I feel like I bet it every Super Bowl because it's like it's a Super Bowl, hold nothing back. Total players to attempt a pass over 2.5 plus 130.
Yeah.
And you have the added bonus this year of both quarterbacks being a little dinged up. So there's
like
got to
that
be
a
a
lot.
trick play.
I
There's
like
got to
that a
be a
lot.
trick play. I also have game to be tied after 0-0.
Yeah.
Yes, minus 125, little juice, but I like that one because I think it's going to be a close game. I'm obviously going to bet tails. Tails
Never
statistically
fails,
is 6-3 on a 6-3 against the spread record right now in the Super Bowl. Don't go past that history because just don't.
No, it's a heater. In the last decade, it's been an awesome bet.
And we had heads last year, so it kind of cooled off a little bit. Now we're back.
We're due.
We're back. And then maybe my favorite one, which is, again, along the lines of I think it's going to be a close game, either team to score with less than 2 minutes left in the fourth quarter, yes, minus 106.
Okay. I like that one
under
too.
the 2 minutes, you're just rooting, it's basically you're rooting for a good game.
Yeah.
Because if there's a score, I guess there could be a garbage time touchdown, but a score in the last 2 minutes, yeah.
Yeah, those tie bets, because I like to sprinkle a little bit on a tie game at halftime because it's usually like plus 1,100.
Yeah.
I just feel like when we watch football, ties happen all the time.
Yes.
Score's always tied.
Yes.
So why not? Like, it seems like you're stealing with these odds.
Yes. Hank, do you have any others?
I'm gonna go hammer on to be a doink.
Fuck you.
I also like this one. It's
No
in the Barstool
disrespect.
Sportsbook. We all just kind of learned about this. There to be an octopus.
Yes.
Plus 1150. I'm going yes. An octopus is a player scoring a touchdown and then scoring the next play 2-point conversion.
I've never heard of that term before. I feel like somebody's pulling our leg.
We
on
don't
that.
know ball, I guess.
2019. No, it's 2019. It's like a new.
That's a great term.
I thought they meant like someone throwing an octopus on the field. Like I don't know if it was
Yeah,
like a bad word.
Jake did. He was like, "What's this octopus?"
If it's a Red Wings game.
Yeah. So like I don't know.
Yeah.
I have a good one.
You have any others?
Yeah, I have a good one. Scoregami, yes. And time final play of game is completed. 10:14, 59 seconds Eastern time or earlier, minus 155. Last year, the NFL account tweeted the Los Angeles Rams Super Bowl champions at 10 p.m. Eastern on the dot.
And the Eagles do like to run the ball. So could maybe get a quicker game.
So if it's the same thing as last year, it's 15 minutes of cushion.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, but that is a rooting against overtime bet.
Yeah.
But sprinkle a little on overtime just in case.
Yeah.
I have a can't lose parlay for the Super Bowl. I can't remember all the props, but I do have, Hank, you'll like this. If you bet $25 on the Barstool Sportsbook on the can't lose parlay, if the opening kickoff is not returned, you get $10.
Love that.
So the can't lose parlay could lose. It's a can't lose parlay, but you get $10.
Hank, are you doing anything with the opening kickoff?
No, I crunched the numbers. There's not too much juice either way. I'm probably gonna go for it to be a touchback again, but
you're not staking your reputation on it.
Yeah, and it's minus 137.
Yeah. So
that makes you very sad to bet on something with that type of odds, doesn't it?
It's like impossible.
Yeah, because you look at the other side, it's like, wait, that's way better.
Max, did you just hurt yourself? I just heard ow.
I rolled over on my balls.
He rolled over on his balls. His big old balls.
Max, good news. Cheapest ticket now $4,300. So it's gone up $200 since we started recording.
Going back up.
Part of my
I'm
take
rooting
bump.
for points. I'm rooting for a close game. A double doink missed field goal at the end would be great.
No, it wouldn't.
And the
Either
Chiefs
way.
win. That's
No,
what
I
we
didn't
were
say who.
Yeah. 1-800-GAMBLER if you had a gambling problem. Gamble responsibly, but the Super Bowl is so much fun. There's so many different props. And with that, why don't we get to our interview with Lane Johnson? We talked to him about what maybe type of Gatorade they drink on the sideline. It is brought to you by our friends at Chevy. Football season is officially over. That's a bummer to read, but that doesn't mean we're going to stop rooting for our favorite team. The team is Chevy, and its franchise player, the Silverado, a truck with unstoppable grit and determination, according to J.D. Power. Chevy trucks have earned more new vehicle quality awards than any other brand. That's some serious hardware. Also off script, I can't divulge what we did with Chevy on Wednesday, but it's really, really cool, and the Chevy Silverado is the best truck in the world. We got to meet the Chevy people, great people, and we get to do some Chevy stuff that you'll see in a couple months. The Chevy Silverado is the best truck. Become a truck person this year with the Chevy Silverado. It is a truck with unstoppable grit and determination, and according to J.D. Power, Chevy trucks have earned more new vehicle quality awards than any other brand. That's some big-time trophies in the Chevy trophy case. So this is the year, 2023. Become a truck person and start with Chevy Silverado, the best truck ever created. Okay, here he is, Lane Johnson. Okay, we now welcome on recurring guest, very special guest, future Hall of Famer, hopefully future two-time Super Bowl winner. It is Lane Johnson from the Philadelphia Eagles. We're talking to you Super Bowl week. Lane, it's great to see you. How's the groin / stomach? What can you explain the injury? Because every time that it's explained, it seems like it gets more painful for regular guys like us.
Well, originally Schefter reported as a core injury. That's before like the MRI came back, so it's like everybody had bad information. But you have like 3 adductor heads, and I tore one of them. So
yeah, when he said core, that's I think what fucked
groin.
me up. When he said
Groin.
core injury, I was like, did he tear his whole?
yeah, it wasn't a hernia.
stomach?
That's what people were texting me. I was like, no, he messed
Wait,
it up.
you said Schefter texted, he tweeted it out before you even got your MRI done.
Yeah.
So he just knew?
So either the doctor or whoever had the images told.
Damn.
He probably got some money for it.
Like
Yeah,
on his
so
way into
we gotta get HIPAA.
into your room, into your
Schefter's
your room.
the TMZ of
He's
the.
texting.
Yeah.
We did like similar stuff to Pierre Paul. Remember?
Yeah.
He had that.
Yeah.
Mine wasn't near severe, but
Yeah, he
still,
said he
it's
was missing
like
4 fingers. There's only 3.
Yeah.
Chubbs Peterson.
Yeah, exactly. So wait, so are you feeling good? Because I love watching you play, and I also really want the Eagles to win.
Yeah, I feel good. The first game I was a little bit iffy, but the second game I felt a lot better, and then I had 2 weeks this time around to recover, so I feel good.
And now, like, just on a pure football is a very violent sport, tough sport, but like you do have to feel a little bit like a badass when they're like, "Hey, you need surgery." And you're like, "Nah, I got to play in the Super Bowl."
I mean, if we weren't in this position, like the talent level that we have on the roster, it's like you can see it. Like whenever it comes around, it don't come around often. But I was like, I knew we had a chance to be, where we're at now. So I was like, 32 can't hold anything back.
Yeah,
That's great.
Not much time left.
Your quarterback is a tough motherfucker too.
Strong.
Real strong guy.
Yeah.
What does he squat now? Like 600 pounds.
5'6". Yeah, he powerlifted in high school.
It's crazy when you watch the tapes of him
Yeah.
doing squats back at Alabama. He's a tough dude. He is like, and from everything I've read, he's become like an unquestioned leader of this team. I'm curious to know, like from your perspective, because you're a veteran presence. You were looked at as one of the leaders of this team as well. When he stepped in the locker room, how long did it take for you guys to recognize like this dude's a leader?
It wasn't very long. You could tell a lot just from his body language. If he didn't talk a lot, but if he said something, it was usually had some substance to it. But really, if I had to compare like a personality, he was like Ivory Christian from Friday Night Lights, the defensive end that didn't talk much.
Mm-hmm.
That's Jalen.
Okay, that's a good
praise.
comparison. So this season's been fantastic. You guys going into the season, not a lot of people were thinking that you'd be in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
What point in the season were you like, oh, we're like good?
Ooh.
Or maybe it was training camp.
Well, no, it's like there's a few games that are going to be tough that go down the wire. Sometimes it's not like to a good opponent. Sometimes like when we played the Bears and we played Indianapolis and like had some ugly games but found a way to win them, I was like, that's a team that we need to be.
Yeah.
So those two. So the unassuming games that were like hard, like we were supposed to win, you're favored. It's supposed to be easy. Those can turn out to be the hardest games, and it was a hard game for us. Well, Chicago, you couldn't feel anything.
That's an interesting answer because I would have assumed it was like somewhere in the first month or two where you guys were blowing people out. But you're right. Like those games where everyone expects the good team to just demolish the bad team. Yeah. Those are the games like if you handle your business, that's the sign that you got something.
Yeah, I mean, and then acquiring Sue and Limbaugh, just having the rotation we have on the defensive line, that makes the team go.
Yeah,
you can't have two good pass rushers, and just eventually somebody's going to get a one-on-one battle. Doesn't matter what kind of scheme you're doing, somebody's going to be left one-on-one. That's what they prey on.
What about right after that game against the Commanders, the Monday Night Football game? Did you guys win that game?
We lost.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
We did lose.
After that game, how long did you right afterwards? Were you like, okay, here's what we need to fix? Did you change anything about what you were doing, or like how do you not let a loss like that affect you and let it cascade?
Well, you learn from it. It was one of those games. Like I said, you're expected to win. It's supposed to be an easy game, and those what they call them trap games. So it's sometimes you can go out there and not put out your best performance. But I feel like after that game, that got our attention back somewhat. Refocus us and
so what you're saying is like partial credit for the Super Bowl should go to the Washington Commanders.
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay, yeah,
lighting the fire, being the catalyst.
I'll take it. Hang the banner.
Okay, so I have a question that I want to phrase it correctly because you're a friend of ours. We always want to take care of our friends. The last thing we want to do is make a headline before the Super Bowl. We had Chris Long on before the Super Bowl. We actually cut part of that interview, and then the other part made a headline out of nowhere because it was like an innocuous comment about the White House. So all this is the preface. And he's a great coach.
Wow.
But Nick Sirianni's corny, right? He's kind of corny.
He's learning as you go. Like the thing about Nick is like he'll admit like whenever he did the first press conference or whatever, and then he had the team meetings like, guys, I shit the bed. That was terrible.
Okay, that's awesome.
So when you had that vulnerability and like you're human too, that makes people even want to be.
Yeah, it's realness. So
realness,
yeah. Okay, that's actually I'm happy you told us that because we're fans of Nick Sirianni. He's a great coach, but we've been basically our line of thinking has been if the Eagles at any point dip off, everyone's going to be making fun of him for being corny because you can do whatever you want.
They already did. Like last year was like we started the season terrible and ended up surging back. But remember planting the seeds and the roots. Sometimes you don't have a whole lot.
Yeah.
Sometimes there's a drought and nothing's growing. So we had to go through that phase too.
Do those things work in the NFL though? Because it's very like college like,
Yeah, I mean when you get in the game so long, it's like I've heard every type of motivational quote that's ever been written. Like I don't,
So you're not thinking
need a
about.
whole lot. I'm just thinking, hey, I gotta get off the ball. I gotta listen to Kelsey for the snap. I'm not worrying about a whole lot else.
On third down, you're not thinking about planting flowers.
I'm not.
You're
I'm
not
thinking about
Eminem,
Jones.
8
You're thinking
Mile.
about
He played the 8 Mile.
Did 8 Mile pump you up? Because I'm of the mindset that 8 Mile like it plays.
Where did 8 Mile get?
Didn't he play it for you guys before?
That's the report. Before the Giants game, maybe in the playoffs, he played some of 8 Mile.
I can't do. We have so much. Like,
The final rap battle.
yeah,
That's
the
what
final
we were
rap.
told.
We have like
Let's
50
just
rap
focus.
songs. I'm
Yeah.
trying to think which song am I remembering.
That's perfect. So
But yeah, I think it was.
Yeah.
To answer your question.
yeah. So you just said get off the ball. There's been a lot of talk,
There hasn't been a lot of talk.
and listen, we know ball.
We study tape.
We know that what you're doing is not offsides. Can you explain to people why they're stupid for thinking you're offsides when you're clearly not?
False start.
False start.
I mean,
Yeah.
there's probably some plays where I am a little bit early, but
No.
let's
not
my
say that.
You go on the 8 hike.
So my thing is, as soon as Kelsey flinches his wrist, sometimes like in the screenshots, it shows me moving. But during the
people
clip,
try to screenshot
yeah,
it.
during the clip, he's like flinched his elbow. His elbow's already moved, or his wrist has to snap the ball. And like I'm just learning this from Jason Peters. Jason Peters learned it from Walter Jones.
Right.
Williams learned it. You know, everybody, any tackle that has it that's pretty good in the league. If you don't have a good get off, you're not quick out of your stance. You're done.
Right.
You're done.
Right. That was
Like a 100-meter dash. If you bullshit the first 5 yards, 10 yards, you're done.
Right.
I'm just of the mindset that if they're not calling it, then it's not cheating.
right.
I'll just take the heat and just keep going.
Yeah,
man.
they
You
can
know.
say that you're
Right.
getting. Maybe it's their eyes. aren't fast enough.
They should have said this 8-9 years ago when I started learning how to do this.
Right.
It's like it's been long. Like this should have been. This is a long overdue discussion.
And you're right, because it is like every great tackle. Trent Williams is a perfect example. Like all the really elite tackles.
Go watch
are
him
doing
against
this.
Micah. Go watch him setting off the ball quick. If you don't, you're done.
Right.
You're done.
Right.
And what am I worried about? Doing my job or somebody in fucking Harrisburg telling me I'm early?
Right. Yeah.
You know?
It is the screenshots. People
know?
love doing the screenshots. We're like, look at this.
Sorry guys if I'm early, but
No, you're not.
it's fine.
No. You're. We know ball. We know that you're not.
And
So
you don't
we
need to
want on the
apologize for anything.
what's
on
funny
that
is
one.
like all the ex-linemen are like they're like in the O-line community, so they're like rooting for me.
Yeah. No. I saw.
Like Whitworth and
Yeah.
some of those guys.
I saw a video
I like that.
of an ex-lineman coach, and he was like, everyone who says this is a false start, you don't realize this is just Lane Johnson being elite.
You
So-
you got to get off the ball, man.
Yeah.
That's the end of the story.
We know ball.
I don't know if this is coming across the microphones at all, but you've cracked your left foot probably like 9 times, and it's so loud. Is that the one that you've had all the work done? Can I
That's like my Mr. Deeds foot.
can I see your foot?
I got toe spaces.
Let's
in
show
too,
your foot.
so-
Oh, jeez. What shoes are you wearing,
my
by
God.
the way?
Ah, man, here we go.
I don't want to. I'll take the risk and say, what are those,
Hey,
bro?
Vivo barefoot. I'm trying to get a sponsorship, so
Okay.
I got a lot of the team to start trying them on.
Do you have the screws in that ankle?
Yeah.
Can you still see them?
You can feel them. A little bit right here.
Ooh.
Yeah. So that's a tight rope, and then this is the deltoid.
Damn it.
And is your foot feeling better?
It has its days where it feels better, but it's the groin kind of took the focus off of that.
That was the question I was going to ask you, because we were talking with the guy's name's escaping me. The dude that broke his leg and arm at the same time trying to dunk a basketball. What's
Oh, Tom Segura.
Tom Segura.
Yeah,
Tom
yeah.
Segura. Yeah. So
Yeah.
Tom had that injury, and he's like, well, you can't feel both of them at the same time. Is there any truth to that? That if one part of your body is more injured, takes the pain away?
I feel like there's going to be one body part that's going to be a little bit worse than the other one. You're just going to put all your attention towards that.
Yeah. You've got you might be the biggest guest, like, physically, in Part of My Take history. Is that fair to say?
I got to look at the lineup.
Do you still have you still have like a 6-pack?
No.
We had Kane on.
Oh, that's
That's
right.
always the answer.
Kane's huge.
Yeah, Kane's huge.
And he's isn't he a congressman
He's
or was?
a mayor or something.
Mayor.
Yeah,
Mayor
Mayor
Kane,
Kane. Yeah, he's always my default.
Kane is like the more globally known John Runyon of the
yeah,
NFL.
yeah. You should actually get into wrestling after your career.
I thought about it, but dude, I'm already 32, so it's like, let's keep destroying my body some more. No, it'd be fun. I'm a big fan of it, but
Yeah.
we'll see.
Yeah.
So if you guys win on Sunday, you're coming back, right? You're not done with football.
Yeah, I'm not done. I keep telling people like 2 more years.
I like that.
2 more years. I don't want to like fade away and start declining and just I don't want to steal money or
Yeah.
I feel bad.
I'd be okay with stealing money.
Yeah,
just for the
I'm
record.
fine with that.
If anybody wants
What
to
I
pay
turn
me.
stealing money, but yeah, 2 years. I'm like 2 years. I'm good.
Well, if you're still elite, like we had our good friend Mark Schlereth on, and he told the story that at the end of his career, he was watching tape, practice tape, and he was like, who is that guy? He looks so slow. And then he realized it was him. And he was like, fuck, I got to be done with this.
That's what I'm saying. It's like every player in their career, they'll go to a point like they're in denial. No, I still look good. I'm still looking good. And
Right.
then one day somebody hits you with a comment, bro, what's going on?
Right. Damn.
Somebody will come and hit you with the facts.
Yeah.
I mean, right now your offensive line is like probably the best in the league. Fair to say. A lot of people have.
We need Mulatto. You
talked
think
about
I'm
him.
big?
Yeah. So
Mulatto.
Mulatto. Have you watched his rugby film?
Yes.
From back in the day when he was playing rugby league.
He's running over fucking people that are mowing lawns over there.
It's crazy to watch that shit. Like he was
like only 320 or 310 there. I mean, it's still big, but now he's listed at 370. He's been 4 before, but he plays it like around 380.
What's impressive to watch with him is not just like his sheer size and speed, which is otherworldly, but his ball handling ability. Like he's tucking the ball away, he's moving it. Have you guys thought about getting him the ball in the backfield at all?
I would like to see it. He'd better put some pads on those shins.
Yeah.
In case he gets folded. But, yeah, man, no, he's extremely athletic, and he can sing, and he can play football. And, like, what's crazy is how many people come into the league that don't have any college background, that don't have a high school background, and play in the NFL. It's unheard of.
Well, I mean, you are kind of a case in point of learning on the job because you went to college, you played quarterback for a little bit, and then you switched to tight end. For a little bit. And then you switched to defensive line, and then they moved you up to offensive line. Did you ever think that, like, you were just never going to stop growing?
It's interesting. So, like, OU offered me that year, and I ended up going with OU, but TCU offered me whenever I walked into their office. Gary Patterson, the coach that was there for a long time, he was like, dude, you're going to be 300 pounds. And I'm like, 250. I'm like, I did not want to hear that shit. And then 3 years down the road, he was right. He
called it.
But, yeah, OU has, like, a tradition of doing that, like Jamal Brown, Gabe. I feel like a lot of programs are doing that, getting tight ends, guys that are ex-basketball players.
Yeah, Joe Thomas was a tight end when he was at Wisconsin.
Yeah,
to
freak
start.
athlete, yeah.
How much did you have to eat to put on the weight necessary?
I mean, I was already at 280 when I was playing DN, so I got to like 295 my junior year, and I was probably 300, 305 my senior year. So,
how's the Bro Barn doing? So for people
dude,
who don't know,
it's, I feel like my house is like the Forrest Gump house. So like when I wake up in the morning, there's cars outside. This guy's training. Some of my buddies like Runyon, Pryor, Herbie. So just a lot of guys at the house coming in and out. So usually after the season, I'm in Oklahoma City, and then they just keep their little thing going there.
And you just renovated your entire barn to a gym and call it the Bro Barn?
Yeah, I mean, they asked me to name it, and I was like, dude, I don't have any clue what to name it. But but it belongs, so, like, the property I'm on, there's, like, a big school there. It's like looks like a big-ass, it is a big mansion. But I guess they selling all those
It's okay, we know
off.
you make a lot of money.
But anyways, it was a bad horse barn. You had groundhogs in it, and I got the groundhogs out and put some concrete on it.
You should call it the arm farm.
The arm farm?
Yeah.
Because the damn sure ain't the leg farm.
Yeah. Wait, do you hunt in the off season, right? Not really?
Like, the podcast world sees me as like a more country redneck. I came from the country, but I'm not like a go out and kill stuff with my hands and a knife. I like to fish more.
Oh, okay. What's your favorite fish to catch?
Do some bass fishing. I like going in the bay.
The answer was the next one, but that's fine.
Okay.
Yeah. No. Go ahead. Sorry. What's the biggest fish you've caught?
A bull shark in Florida.
Oh.
It wasn't good, so we didn't catch shit all day. And he was like, well, do you want to catch a shark or something before you go? I was like, yeah. Hooked this thing 2 hours later. Fought this thing for 2 hours, just bowing my back, just not good. Fucking.
Damn.
And towards the end, I was like, I'm about to cut this. I'm not doing it no more. And then by the end of that, he just started, they'll get so fatigued, they'll like float up on their sides.
Yeah.
So it felt good to conquer.
Was there like mutual respect for the shark when you got it on board?
Well, what's crazy is like, we got rid of the bait that we used in the fishing trip, and it wasn't, you dump it in the water. We're probably 400 yards offshore, and just big bull sharks coming up. I mean, we're in Florida. That water gets deep quick. And it's I'm not going swimming in Florida.
And you let it go?
Yeah, I let it go.
Yeah, hell yeah. See? I wonder if that, like, for sharks is like their version of going to the gym, where they're just fighting for 2 hours.
It's got to be.
Yeah, because they got to be really tired after that.
Yeah, they said sometimes they'll die.
Oh, shit.
But we didn't check it.
It goes back. Like if it tells the other sharks once it gets back in the ocean, like I just got taken out of the water. It was wild.
Yeah, like
there's like a whole nother world up there.
Dude, I fucking just lifted for 2 hours.
Yeah,
what have you done today?
Wait, was that Lane Johnson? I just worked out with Lane Johnson.
And he was a small one.
We're going to get back to Lane Johnson in a second. Before we do, he's brought to you by Peloton. It's hard to stick with working out. I've been on the bike almost nonstop this year. Hank and I are competing. We're doing Buns of Anarchy. We're getting in good shape. I've actually I got the Super Bowl abs cooking right now. Don't ask to see them. They're in. I actually was telling somebody the other day, I have Super Bowl abs. There's just like a little bit of fat on the outside. but Peloton has gotten me in much better shape this year. Peloton's awesome because you've got the leaderboard on there. You can compete with people, not just on the bike, but did you know that they also make treadmills? And no, not all treadmills are the same. With the Peloton Tread, you can seamlessly adjust your speed, and it automatically adjusts your incline while you're taking a class so you don't have to break your stride. Peloton Tread instructors have a variety of training backgrounds and styles of motivation that work for runners and walkers of all levels. Peloton's awesome. The treadmill is a beast. That machine is so fun to work out on. It takes your mind off the workout, so you get the burn in, but you don't feel bored. You feel motivated. You're competing. And Peloton offers thousands of on-demand classes available 24/7, not just the live ones. That means that you can work out whenever and wherever it's convenient for you. You don't have to be a super athlete to enjoy Peloton because there are classes for every level. Whether you're squeezing a power walk or if you're training for a marathon, Peloton can help you achieve your fitness goals. I love Peloton. I use Peloton. You will too. You'll love it. Try Peloton Tread risk-free with a 30-day home trial. New members only, not available in remote locations. See additional terms at onepeloton.com/home trial. That's onepeloton.com/home trial. Now here's more Lane Johnson. What about when Carson Wentz came back from that hunting trip and he had like 600 ducks nailed to the side of a barn? You see that picture?
I didn't see it, but I imagine it probably pissed off a lot of the
Well, it was just
fan base.
It was just weird to see that
many ducks.
Here, let me show you the picture.
It is a wild picture.
Well, a lot of times, like they'll get out in the field, like in North Dakota, there's nothing out there, and just sit and ambush them.
Yeah. How much does the team miss Chris Long?
A lot.
Damn. So when you said not at all.
We don't miss Chris at all.
Yeah, there we
He
go.
was a piece of shit.
No, Chris is the best. So, and I know you guys are still tight. So I'm sure does he still keep in touch with a bunch of guys from the team?
That I talk to him probably once or twice a week. It's just cool seeing him make money like outside of football with what he's done with the game. So he's happy. He's his body's not hurting as much.
Yeah,
life's good.
Smoking a lot of weed.
Smoking a lot of weed.
Yeah. There's the Carson Wentz picture,
dude.
That's a significant amount of ducks. And they're all dead.
It looks like it was from like the 1800s. They need to put this picture in Cracker Barrel. That's where that
right
picture
next
belongs.
to the little fucking chess game they have. Yeah. All right. So obviously this is your second Super Bowl. What do you think? Do you have things in your mind that happened in the first Super Bowl that you're like, I now know how to do this. Like I'm not going to be intimidated by this moment or that moment.
Like I said, like you get to so we started the football season July 24th, so just doing the same thing every day, and then now we're in February. I'm so just like numb to everything. I'm just ready to play, and that's all you can do. Try not to worry about all the rest. Like I've done the worrying stuff. It doesn't get you anywhere.
Right. So like because a lot of guys will say, oh, it's so much faster in the Super Bowl, and the halftime's so long.
Yeah. No, it's the pregame, the halftime. It's just a little bit different setup. So it is like so when you go into halftime, we usually don't have 9 minutes, 10 minutes, and then now you have 30. So the timing feels weird.
Yeah.
What about hydration's big during the Super Bowl? It's real big. Like you got to make sure that your Gatorade is the exact flavor that you guys like it. Mm-hmm. It was like, what flavor do you guys typically use to stay hydrated?
Yeah, so we have like Gator Lights, which is Gatorade with electrolytes added, and then we have a thing called Level.
What color is that?
Yeah, what color are they?
They have different colors. They have like strawberry kiwi.
So like
I'm
in
the
the
pink
big
strawberry kiwi.
No, I know
in the
you
big
are,
jug.
but like the big what
the big
what
jug
would you
of
say
it.
most of the jugs are color wise?
Probably white.
They're white.
Okay, white.
Glacier, whatever.
Yeah, okay.
But the ones that would be used like on the sidelines, that's
I
white.
think it's in a cooler.
Yeah.
Oh no, but
so
what about
that's
the
yellow.
jug? Like
big
jug?
one.
It's all yellow Gatorade.
Oh, that's yellow. Okay,
Oh, okay. Wow.
Interesting.
Ooh.
Interesting.
Glad we
Only
clarified
yellow.
that.
It's only color.
Only-
I don't know why that's.
That's
Okay.
interesting.
So
Well,
like
it's crazy. Like in the Gatorade commercials, you remember all the Gatorade was yellow.
Mm-hmm.
in all
Yeah,
the commercials.
we ask that question to everyone whoever comes on. What Gatorade's their favorite?
I think I saw like a coach get dumped with Gatorade or something one time. That was kind of weird.
No, I don't think you saw that.
Okay, but yours is if hypothetically
misremembering.
they were to dump it, it would
Yeah, it'd
be
be
yellow.
yellow.
Okay, yellow.
Yellow, okay.
Got it. Yellow.
Do you know what the Chiefs might drink?
Red Gatorade.
Okay, probably red. Yeah.
Are you friends with anybody on the Chiefs?
Yeah, Creed, Humphrey, James Winchester, long snapper. Like Mahomes is from around like close to where I'm from.
Yeah.
East Texas area. So I knew him when he was in high school. But Blake Bell, tight end.
Yeah.
So like some of the OU guys.
Yeah.
The Belldozer. Is it?
Belldozer.
You guys talk at all this week?
No, we haven't. It's great. Like usually we'll only talk like during the off season, like when everybody's like officially can unwind. But during the season, everybody's just go to meetings, go to robot mode.
Who's the guy you have, like, is it position to position before the game that you're going to talk to, or is like there are certain? Cause usually there'll be like a little, "What's up? How you doing?" Have you had that planned out in your head?
You talking about pregame?
Yeah.
I don't go out in the field. I stay in the locker room the whole
Really?
time. I just warm up in the locker room.
What? So you're just like a bull in a fucking pen? Just
Well, no, I used to go out there
crazy in
warm
the
up,
locker
and I
room?
was like, man, I can do fucking push-ups and I can do wall squats, against the cinder block in the bathroom. So I don't know. I just rather not go out there until the game's ready.
That's great. So wait, you're just sitting in there doing wall squats, push-ups.
I'm sitting in there listening to some music, some of the rap, and then I'll put my own playlist on.
I like that.
Get a little bit lost in that, and then I get ready.
Do you have to get yourself into a violent mode when you get on the field, or is it just you've done it for so long that?
Not violent. Like what I found is like when you play like very emotional, like if you're really revved up, unless you're Brian Dawkins, it can kind of distract you, and you can sometimes get too hype and mess up a play and not be what you want to be. So my thing is, I'm going into a battle. Not a whole lot of good that can come from it. I just keep my quarterback clean and hang on pretty much.
Yeah, I mean, well, you can't have an awesome highlight like the one that you had against Von Miller. That is maybe one of the coolest blocks that I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, and I remember that. I was like, so that was the play right before halftime. So I remember doing the block, but I didn't remember seeing him. And then after the game, it was like went viral. But what he was doing, he was trying to make an inside spin on me, and I just hit him at the right time. So next time we play, he's going to totally try to fucking rip my head.
But you have to admit, like, watching it, it's cool to see.
Yeah, it
like,
looks cool.
You helicoptered him. And it's Von Miller.
It's taking off.
Yeah, it was very cool. I remembered why I thought you would be a good wrestler because I read somewhere that your first job
It's grave digging.
Yeah. That's the most badass thing ever.
That's great.
It wasn't. It's a lot cooler. It sounds a lot cooler than what it is. Like I get there and I'm
How old were you?
I was 15, 16.
Okay, grave digging at 15.
I mean, my population in my town, I looked at it, it's like 918, so we don't have a whole lot going on. It's either that or you can work at the Dollar Gin, you can
that makes it
feed store.
That makes it crazier, just so you know, because that means you're grave digging and you know the person every time.
It is weird. So digging the graves is obviously hard, but we also had to set up the funerals. So like all the AstroTurf, all the seats, and then we had the responsibility of lowering the casket. So the last thing I'm thinking is, don't fuck this up. I don't want to see somebody's grandmother get dumped out in the funeral and not good. But no, it went well. So yeah, my stepdad's best friend was the mortician in town. So long story short, that's all I got to.
I mean, I don't know how that's not your nickname.
The grave digger.
Yeah, the grave digger.
Well, they have that monster truck.
Yeah, I know, but like
copyright infringement.
You're the monster truck of the NFL.
Hey,
you're digging graves for
everyone. Grave digger shirt, have a little bald head coming out the fucking truck.
Yeah. Did you see, by the way, the NFC Championship game? I don't know how much you've been on social media during the season. Did you see the Philly fans going after Joey Bosa before the game?
Yeah, I saw it.
What'd you think about that? I mean, that's just Philly through and through.
There is no winning. If you respond, you've lost. It doesn't matter what you say, you've lost. But he's pissed off. I mean, him and Nick actually had the same surgery that I'm about to get.
Okay.
So that's what he was missing time with earlier this year. So he was probably trying to have a good time and wasn't allowed to have a good time and let the people know that, hey, he's ready to bark.
Yeah.
And bite.
Yeah. But I mean, Philly, like, do you know, you've only played with the Eagles, but do you know, like, the fans, like, can you feel it when you're playing at the link for a big game?
Yeah, so what was funny, I think it was my rookie year, I used to sit with Evan Mathis, and sometimes, like, the crowd wouldn't know if it was the home bus or the away team, so they just, whatever bus was getting flipped off. So we're getting flipped off on the way to the game, and sometimes on the way out of the game, too.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Get the double bird.
In the case of Bosa, it's like the second that you respond by saying,
there is no winning.
My money, I'm rich. You kind of lose that.
Yeah, you lost. You lost.
You got beat by the Bosa guy.
We had the hypothetical. It's like, I don't think I don't care how rich you are, how good you are in football. You go up against like 10 drunk Philly scumbags. They're going to win every time. They are. They just are. They're just going to beat you with like their word.
And there's no telling what was said before those two clips. Like, he was just taking that shit on the chin all game until he said, hey, I had enough.
Yeah, right.
Speaking of pro wrestlers, he looks like he could be fucking Shawn Michaels.
Yeah. Big time.
Is there anybody in the NFL that you really enjoy going up against? Like maybe somebody that's a worthy competitor, but someone that you always like, you relish that competition?
Ooh, I mean, really DeMarcus, just because you play him for so long. Kerrigan when he was playing. But really, man, it's like whatever person I'm going against, it's like you have respect. And like sometimes the hardest games are the ones if you like overlook an opponent. Like I've seen that happen. Like you take it lightly and somebody that shouldn't beat you. So it's like every game I try to make it the same. Like you're going into a gunfight with rocks.
Yeah.
I want that feeling of pressure. So.
Yeah, I mean,
gunfight with rocks.
Your offensive line is so much fun to watch. Are you guys? Would you consider yourself to be filthy, dirty, or nasty?
We're pretty. We take showers, so we're not filthy.
Okay.
I would say nasty. You should see. I don't know. I feel like the more back hair a person has, like the stronger the person is.
Oh, that's a fact.
Yeah.
And so Landon Dickerson might be the strongest person in the world.
Okay.
And he's 23. I'm like, dude, you look like fucking a grizzly bear.
That's so perfect. Yeah, I get what you're saying, and you're right. If you see someone with a lot of back hair, you're like, stay away.
It's all
Man
that's-
strength.
And
That's
once they grab you too,
testosterone.
you can feel. Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
And that shirt in the sweater stops right there at the crease of his shirt too. So he's been matching it up with it.
Who's the guy on your defensive line that's hardest to block in practice? I know obviously you guys aren't doing full speed practice anymore, but like,
Dude, you're not moving Limbaugh out of a hole. He's like a statue just sitting there. You're not going to move him. Sue's hard. Yeah, those two. Jordan Davis.
he's a big boy.
Some big dudes. man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some real big dudes.
And if you don't get their feet moving, like on the play, if it's a run play, if they're just sitting there holding, then you have no shot.
They're just leaning forward, waiting.
You got to get them to cross their feet and then push. And once their foot's in there, that's when you can drive them off the ball. But if you don't have a good angle, you're just going to just get jousted.
Yeah.
We saw Sue when we were walking in here, and when he walked past me, I was scared.
I love Sue.
He's
he
a
might
nice guy.
he might be my favorite player on this team. I don't think he likes a whole lot of people.
Yeah.
I don't think like what was funny, he don't go out after games and shake hands. He doesn't. He's like, why am I going to shake hands with my opponent after I just fought the man for 3 hours?
Yeah.
I was like, you got a point. And then he said, I will celebrate when we win the Super Bowl. I didn't think he went out there last time. I was like, that's pretty gangster.
Yeah, I mean, he's a very nice guy. We had him on the show one time, and we enjoyed hanging out with him. But goddamn, is he terrifying? Just
He's
like
intimidating, and
Yeah.
he's super smart too. Like he's
Very.
all about his money, the finances. He's into that, and yeah, man. I mean, just watching him from what he was in college to now, he's had a long career. I think it's like 35, 36. He's been around for a while.
and he still gets it done.
Yeah, hasn't missed a game.
We play this game with everybody that comes on the show. It's called Haters Say. Haters Say. The haters say that you guys haven't played anybody in the playoffs. Your response to the haters?
We had two opponents, the Giants, and nobody thought they were a good team, and then 49ers, which was a good team. I don't know. We beat them, but it wasn't. What was bad about it is that the second half they didn't really have a chance to compete. That's what people didn't like.
Yeah.
So he couldn't throw. I've never seen that in the game. Out of all my games that I played, I've never seen that. So I think if he would have stayed healthy, it would have been a much closer game.
Yeah. Did you know that you guys had the game won in the third quarter? It's like, well, they can't. They have no passing off it.
Yeah, but really, man, you can't breathe until that game's over. Stout's over there, just Al Pacino in any given day. Watch this. I'm just. I sit next to Isaac. Isaac doesn't say a whole lot, so he keeps me my energy level in a state of homeostasis.
Okay. That's good. That's the only thing haters say.
Well, haters also say you false start, but we address that.
Yeah.
You don't. The haters are idiots.
That's a Joe Rogan conspiracy theory.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly right. They just screenshot moments. They're like, look, see? No, you don't know ball.
Yeah.
You don't know ball.
Haters say that it's all scripted, that you already know who's going to win. So what does your script say?
I just don't know the script this week. Yeah, there's some parts when you're playing, you're like, oh, shit kind of looks scripted.
Yeah. Just clip that out. Clip that part.
No, but it would be funny if there was parts that were. Yeah, I don't even know how this stuff started. This stuff started like 3 weeks ago, went viral. I'm just
it's
kinda-
weird.
What was the origin?
It was
of all
weird.
this?
I don't know. I have no idea. It was me.
You started?
Yeah.
It was me. I was talking to Arian Foster on the other podcast.
Arian Foster.
And so I was joking with him, and he's joking with me, and I was just like, so you were telling me before we started taping that the NFL is all scripted. And Arian,
He was serious.
He was playing along.
Oh, he was playing.
And he was like, well, yeah, I used to get my script and would say, okay, you're going to have a hamstring injury week 2, and then you're going to score 3 touchdowns.
But the internet's dumb.
And he said, like, in training camp, they rehearsed the script over and over again.
Well, there is some truth in it. So actually, we do have like the first 15 scripts. So that's the first
true.
15 plays.
Okay, so it is scripted.
Yeah, so it doesn't all go accordingly if the defense doesn't match up. But we have 15 plays where it's like it's matching.
I always thought the first 15 play script, it looks really good. Teams come out firing. Why not just run it back? No one would expect it. Maybe do it in reverse.
Say it again.
Do the first 15 scripted plays and then just do it in reverse.
Yeah.
15 scripted again. Because they always look good.
Yeah.
I guess adjustments.
And if you're vaping, it'd be hard to pick that up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like if you have 15 plays that you run, they would not be able to tell that you're doing the same plays over.
Yeah, if you just reverse it.
Or just do it again in the same order.
Yeah.
Y'all are sports
I mean,
psychologists.
we would be great coaches.
I mean, sometimes
all you need is 15 plays to be
I feel
a
like
good
we do
coach.
make it a whole lot more complicated than what it needs to be.
Yeah.
Football's a simple game.
It's
We
about
make it
matchups.
difficult.
Yeah.
And hey, man, don't make it too.
It's
too
man-on-man
complicated.
violence.
Yeah, pretty much.
How much of a standard play call when you're in the huddle do you actually have to pay attention to as
Not a
offensive
lot.
lineman?
So he'll usually say the formation, the routes of the receiver, and then it'll be like 50s or 60s projection, like a pass play. So I'm just listening to the very end. And then sometimes we'll go to the line and we'll have, 1, 2, sometimes even 3 plays that we can audible to, depending on the look that we get. So
Do you ever zone out?
yeah.
Like, wait, what
That's why the guy that's next to me is one of the smartest dudes on the field because he ain't missing shit.
Yeah.
He's just telling you, like, hey, dude, I saw your eyes glaze over there. You
You
missed that?
ever like get up to the line? You're like, oh shit, I forgot what the play was.
40% of the time. No, we usually go, what's the snap count? That's number one.
Yeah.
Ask any offensive tackle. That's what they're going to say. What's the snap count?
Yeah, I'll figure it out as we go.
Yeah.
All right. So I have two last questions. Rhoback question. Promo code take. Get 20% off. Q-zips, polos, joggers, everything. Go check it out right now. Rhoback.com. My 2 last questions I want Max and Roan to ask because they are Philly guys. They're Eagles fans. They're going to the Super Bowl.
But he has a Cowboys hat on.
No.
Hey,
Bussin' with the boys.
Hey, exactly. So I get off the elevator this morning, 7 o'clock. I'm still in the days. This dude goes, why in the hell are you wearing a Cowboys hat? I said, it's a Barstool fucking hat they gave me, you dumbass. I wasn't in the good mood. But anyways, it was some fan in there, and I'm like, he was serious attacking me. I was like, hey, bro, easy. Didn't you see George Kittle wear this shit last week?
Yeah.
It's a multi.
It's just Lane, bro. I'm just trying
Alright,
to be
so it's not a
supportive
Cowboys
of
fan.
teammate. I was like, no, Lane, please. But, dude, it really has been like one of the funnest Eagle seasons of my fucking life, dude. It's just been like, even like the year they won the Super Bowl, like Carson gets hurt, so it's like there's all this doubt. You know what I mean? This has been just
different team.
Such an incredibly fun ride, and I think one of the most marquee plays of the season are those quarterback sneaks that you guys are just smashing up the middle. And I feel like it seems like it's just leverage getting lower, but there has to be something more why it's working so well this year. Is it just because Jalen's like strong as hell, or like what? Why?
It's that, and then it's just like the formation. Like we're like in a flying V, and we just make a spear. So it's like we're all trying to. Our aiming points is like the inside of our guards, like shoulder. So it started out as something we were doing a lot, and then we just noticed, had a lot of success on it, and we never stopped. But like I said, the Chicago game, I feel like there's a couple times we didn't convert, but other than that, we're pretty money on that.
When you talk about the sphere and like just driving, that sounds like an ancient warfare.
Yeah.
Like
Speaking of spirit,
technique.
hey, did you know Indomitian Sioux means House of Spears?
Oh,
Does it really?
That's badass.
He's so
That's the
fucking
most
scary.
That's the most badass name I've ever heard.
Yeah.
He's a legend,
Spears.
dude. And I want Max to ask a question, dude. But my only thing is just like, I'm trying to picture what you saw during that parade, dude. How it felt when you actually won that Super Bowl, when you're going down Broad Street, those emotions that you felt going on that float, and like being able to be like, we've done it.
Yeah.
Throngs of people around you, like a conquering Roman emperor. And what's it take to get that feeling one more time?
I just didn't realize the average person's ability to climb. So, like, I'm seeing guys on the sidewalk, and the next thing, there's different levels. People in the trees, telephone poles, on top of bus stations. So, like, the levels was impressive. But it just means so much to the city. Like, when you have people pouring out their ashes at the parade, that's like a different level of respect. But like I said, this team is a little bit different than the 2017 teams. I felt like we weren't expected to do much, whereas this season, like we had a talented roster, we were expected to at least do something in the playoffs, make some noise. So got to experience a little bit of both of it.
In a way, you're going to be grave digging again. If you win another Super Bowl, there's going to be more ashes that get poured out.
And somebody's got a big mind.
Yeah,
day, you know?
All right, Max.
All right.
Max, don't cry.
First of all, I want to say that I love you. I love you.
Wait, what'd you say?
so
Like
much.
those Jordans.
Oh,
those
it's an
J's?
interesting story about why he's wearing those Jordans.
Whoa.
You know how Taylor Heineke buys a pair of Jordans every time he beats a team?
Really?
So when the Commanders, you just told me I had forgotten, they beat the Eagles on Monday Night Football, I bought those for Max in Eagles colors as his Christmas present. So that's kind of a
That looks like the
reminder.
Jets colors, but keep on.
Don't say that to me. Don't say that. This is more of a not historical, but playing with Jason Peters. One thing that I noticed watching you play with Peters is that I don't think I've seen anyone get more angry after like a late hit. Can you like tell me what would happen in like in the huddle after something like that? Like what did he bring to the huddle like after he got in someone's face and like beat someone up after someone hit the quarterback?
He bring a heavy breath back to the huddle because he'd be tired. Sometimes whooping ass is pretty taxing, so he'll come back to the huddle out of breath. But I don't know. You respect. I saw him against Chris Baker, like against they were the Redskins now, but now they're the Commanders back in, I think it was like 15 or 16, and he just went over there and just when they hit Nick on the sideline. Remember?
Yeah.
So that was pretty funny to watch. Yeah, man. I mean, it's like if you don't do something, then you're going to take an L on the internet or amongst your friends, especially if like your quarterback or something gets hit and you don't do shit about it. You just let it happen. But
you got to believe that as a
But there's
lineman,
a fine
right?
line what you can do. You know, you can't just.
Yeah. Max also wants to know who he should contact if you guys do win for him to get into the party after.
I didn't say that.
Big Dom.
Yeah.
Okay, so there you go.
Okay.
I got
Big
you
Dom.
the lead.
Okay.
Dom DeSandre.
All right, I've led you to the name.
Big Dom.
Yeah, Big Dom.
Big Dom is a big man.
That would be
You won't
great
miss
if you
him.
guys.
Yeah.
I mean, this would be a perfect ending to the. We could put this as a clip where it's like you guys see each other on the dance floor after the Super Bowl, and Lane's like, "You got Big Dom."
Yeah.
Big Dom got
So
you.
Big Cat bought me a ticket to the game, but if you lose, I owe him $6,000.
Yeah.
I don't.
So he and Roan are going. I paid for it, and if the Eagles win, it's free, and if the Chiefs win, they have to pay me back.
Well, get your rest up, buddy.
It's a long Sunday.
Let's go.
long Sunday.
Let's go.
Long
Let's go.
Sunday. But yeah, we're rooting for you, man. We appreciate you giving us some time. I know it's Super Bowl week, so it was awesome when we saw like Lane's down to come on. So
Enjoy the
always
weather
been-
out here. It's a lot different than the East Coast.
Yeah,
So take
it
in.
is. And best of luck on Sunday. And yeah, we're rooting for you, man.
Thank you. Yeah,
Yeah.
I look forward to it.
Lane Johnson was brought to you by C4 Energy. C4 Energy is the secret fuel behind Pardon My Take. C4 Energy has 0 sugar, 0 calories, 0 carbs, with clinically studied carnosine beta-alanine and 200 milligrams of caffeine for elevated performance. C4 Energy is energy that you can feel. I start my day, most days, with a C4. Before I hop on the bike, before I go to the gym, C4 is my secret stuff. I chug at, I go to work, I get stuff done. It motivates you, gives you energy, gives you the best workout that you've ever had. C4, you can find it at c4energy.com, Amazon, and retailers nationwide like Walmart and 7-Eleven. It's also delicious. We've been drinking C4 in the studio all week. We got the frozen bombsicle. Great flavor. Super good when it's icy cold. You can get C4 at c4energy.com, Amazon, and retailers nationwide, including Walmart and 7-Eleven. Before we get to TJ Watt, it's brought to you by Simplisafe. This episode is brought to you by Simplisafe Home Security. Would you do everything it took to protect your family? Of course you would. Simplisafe makes it easy to protect every inch of your home with advanced security tech powered by 24/7 professional monitoring. In an emergency, Simplisafe's professional monitoring agents use Fast Protect technology to capture critical evidence and verify that the threat is real so you can get priority police dispatch. Let's just say that you're a professional athlete. Maybe you play on the Steelers. Maybe there's a super fan that's walking around your house, DMing you, your family members. You're going to want Simplisafe to protect that house. You can lock and unlock your doors, access your cameras, and arm and disarm your system from anywhere. And it costs under $1 a day, less than half the price of traditional home security systems. Customize the perfect system for your home in just a few minutes at simplisafe.com/PMT. Go today, Claim a free indoor security camera plus 20% off your order with interactive monitoring. That's simplisafe.com/PMT. There's no safe like Simplisafe. Simplisafe.com/PMT. And now, here's TJ Watt.
Okay, we now welcome on a very, very special guest. He is one of the best defensive players in the NFL. He's also here with a new whey protein powder. Let's start with that because we're going to get into everything else. We have Jersey Jerry as well. It's TJ Watt. You got your 6-star whey protein. I'm trying to get bigger. So is this my like magic formula? Am I ready to go?
Yes, 6-star Pro Nutrition. The whey is what I use. I mean, I think what was that, like 2 months ago I posted a picture and he DM'd me, TJ, you need more steak.
Yeah.
You need more steak.
Yeah.
You need bully food.
Yes.
So let me toss a couple more scoops in my post-workout
yes.
shakes. And it's been working well for me. After the season, I usually lose some weight, so I need help putting it back on, and that does a great job.
There we go. So to set the stage, Jersey Jerry's here. He's going to be part of this interview. Jersey Jerry is, I would say, TJ Watt's #1 fan. There's no one who rides for you harder. He has a armband with all your stats on it, and he tries to get people to get into arguments with him about who's the best defensive player in the NFL. So he is like, if you need like something done, he would do it in a second. He would do it. He would kill for you. He'd die for you. Everything.
Anything.
That's a good guy to have in your
Anything.
corner.
Anything.
Yeah. Anything.
Is there anything that you would not do for TJ?
I don't think I would. I don't think I would kill myself.
Okay. All right. That's good. That's good.
I'm not going to ever ask you.
That's the one thing. That's the one thing.
Well, because then you wouldn't be able to watch TJ play
Exactly.
football.
What I
That's the
love
point.
about that is like you've clearly thought about that before, and you knew where the line was.
Exactly.
Everything else is on the
That's
table.
the line.
All right. So PFT and I have some questions, but why don't we start with you, Jerry? You have a list of questions.
Yes, I have 2 full pages.
2 full pages.
We might not get to everything, and that's okay. But first, I wanted to apologize, and here's why. I was a little relentless in the DMs, with you and Danny over all these years. Hey, can you ask TJ to wish me a happy birthday?
My wife?
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
wait, you don't know this, TJ?
No.
Oh, okay. So Jerry has DM'd your wife multiple times.
Regarding?
Asking to wish you a happy birthday, asking if you would play Madden with him.
Yeah.
It was his birthday, though.
Yeah.
It was my birthday.
You didn't know this.
What was the end goal? You thought she was going to see it and just...
I thought she would see it and say, hey, TJ says happy birthday. Or, hey, TJ says he can't play Madden, but I talked to him.
Do you think she saw and just didn't
No,
relay it?
she never read it. She never read the messages.
Okay.
He went back.
Yeah. Can you pull one up and just read it to us?
What's
just
funny
so we have
is,
an idea.
in this scenario, TJ, I understand the concern, like he's DMing your wife.
Yeah.
But I think it's like the most innocuous DMing of a wife possible. Like he's just honestly trying to get you to wish him a happy birthday.
Yes, and it's also just to give
respect the grind.
Yeah, to give a little more context, it's he's done it with other players. He DM'd Juju Smith-Schuster's mom and was basically like,
Yeah, but that was when I was a bit younger.
he was 25,
I was a bit
and
younger.
he said it would make, he was 25. It literally was like, it would make a young boy's dream if Juju would play Madden with me.
She's like, oh, your son?
Yeah, no.
His name's Jerry.
Yeah, Jerry.
Those weren't the exact words.
Yeah, these were pretty close.
They were close, though. They were close.
Yeah. So
trying to find a DM.
he's in the DMs trying to do work. It's crazy she never brought him up.
No.
No.
I know what I'm talking
No.
about at dinner tonight.
No, so I figured I'd apologize right off the bat.
Well, he didn't know.
yes.
But that's
So,
it's
apology
good though. It's good. You cleared the air before it got messy.
That was such a genuine my wife.
Yeah,
Talking about my wife right
I got
now.
the message.
Yeah.
I
You
got-
did?
Yeah,
So this is in 2020. Would you be able to pass along a message to TJ for me? My birthday's coming up, and it's hard for me to get in contact with my favorite player ever. I'm just a regular guy, but a diehard Steelers fan. I love for my birthday wish to come true.
Unread.
Never read it.
Unread.
Damn. Never read it. Never read
Look
it.
where we are now.
I know, it's amazing.
All right, so the apology accepted.
Accepted.
We're
Thank
good.
you. Awesome.
All right. Listen, I don't know if that's the first question. I don't know where we're going.
No, we
that
got
was
some
that
good
was
ones.
the question. That was
Yeah.
just
That was
mea
a
culpa.
statement.
Getting
That was
started
just a
before the
statement. That was
question,
just let's get this off, But listen, you had a tough year, I would say. The injury, set you back a little bit. Do you feel like you rushed back a little bit, and were you ever 100% after the injury?
I don't know if I rushed back. I mean, they always say coaches need to protect players from themselves, and it's tough when we were kind of skidding like we were, and I think we were 2-6 at one point. And I wanted to get back as quickly as possible, but also it's tough when you have JJ and Derek who have gone through the same kind of injuries, and they're like, hey, you need to have the best interest of yourself in situations like this. So it's kind of a push and pull of doing what's best for you and for the team. No, I mean, I don't know if I ever fully got to 100%. I think it took me a while, and towards the end of those last game or two, I started to feel a lot better. But I think the mental aspect of it also played a role this year.
So off that question, I know football's a team sport. The Watt brothers are the ultimate teammates, but when you see the stat that's like the Steelers with and without TJ Watt, is there part of you
1 in 10
like
all time?
What is it?
1 in 10 all time without
TJ.
TJ.
Are you like, damn, I actually probably am that good?
No, I mean, there's a couple other players that were out and in when I'm in as well. So I mean, like I said, it is the ultimate team game. That's why I love football so much. But I just try to bring some intangibles as well. It's not always the on-field performance. I mean, as Jerry knows, I didn't play as well as I'm used to playing this season. But when that's not the case, you have to make sure that you increase the intangible stuff, trying to get the best out of everybody around you, trying to be a force multiplier for your team. And that's just what I'm trying to do, especially as I grow older into my leadership role.
Mm-hmm.
I like that.
You mentioned hearing from JJ, who's gone through some of the same stuff. Pretty simple question for you about your family. Who do your parents love the most?
Ooh.
You, JJ, or Derek?
I mean, they went to a whole bunch of JJ's games this year. I don't know if it had to do with his retirement or if he was the favorite.
Yeah.
But they weren't at a lot of mine compared to his. So.
That's interesting.
I'm somber about it.
You've got two brothers on the Steelers.
Yeah.
Also, JJ said that he would consider coming back to play for the Steelers if you guys threw a bag at him next year, like for a playoff run.
$10 million week 17.
$10 million starting week 17. He would come back and play for the Steelers. He obviously hasn't communicated that to you. Do you feel like maybe he's coming to take your job?
He might want to.
Yeah.
I mean, he's conquered the Houston area. He's conquered the Arizona area. Now he might be coming for Pittsburgh as well. But I don't know. Do we have enough cap space to make that happen?
Yeah, we can clear a couple things. We
stuff?
could look at it. We have about $40 million. If we make the right cuts, we have about $40 million.
Have you guys ever talked about potentially playing together, the three of you? Was that something that was ever brought up?
I think it was when he was leaving Houston. He was actually in true free agency. It was brushed on briefly, but when it comes down to the numbers of things, you realize it's not very likely.
Yeah, I mean, that would be torture for Hank because he doesn't know which Watt to bet on. I think
Yeah,
you saw that clip.
Derek Watt. That touchdown.
I've never seen
in
someone so
Chiefs
excited.
game.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
All right, Jerry, next question.
Yeah, for sure.
That was a good one. That was a good way to
one,
set
right?
it up. We'll
I know.
ask some follow-ups.
I'm feeling it right now.
Yeah, you
I'm
are?
feeling a little
You're
bit
in the
good
zone?
right now.
He's in the zone.
When you look at the season, right, do you look at it as it was a successful season, you rookie quarterback, or you look at it as a failure because you didn't accomplish the ultimate goal, which is a Super Bowl, and Pittsburgh, maybe not so the last decade, but the Steelers' way, Mike Tomlin's way, Super Bowl playoff wins. It hasn't been like that in the last decade, but do you look at it as we totally failed, or it was a success?
I think it's somewhere in the middle. Obviously, like you said, being a Pittsburgh Steelers fan, you're used to the playoffs, and the playoffs is the bar to get you in, and you just want to be able to have a chance to get in and make a run. And we started out very slow, but we also had a lot of young talent. But with that comes guys that want to buy into the process. You're sitting at 2-6. Mike Tomlin's able to gather the troops and really get us to buy in. And I said it earlier, we did, I think, as many padded practices as you possibly could for the season. Yeah. And we needed it for the young team that we were. And we just continued to get better and better each and every week. I think we just ran out of time. But we have a good core nucleus of guys that we can build upon that for next year.
For sure.
What is it about Mike Tomlin that it's crazy? Because I used to be like, when the whole Ben, Le'Veon Bell, Antonio Brown stuff was going on, I was like, he's got to get control of the locker room. And now I look back and I'm like, no, he actually he did better than anyone could have done with what was going on. What does he do with the players that makes him so likable? And you guys are always feel like you're in it towards the end of the season, even if you start slow or have a bad, year, because this year wasn't great, but you ended up 9-8 and had a chance on the last Sunday of the season to make the playoffs. What is it about Coach Tomlin?
He's just he knows how to understand people and how to get the most out of them. I tell people all the time, we come from so many different backgrounds, different states. This is a football team, and how do you get each and every individual motivated differently. And he does such a good job of getting to know you as the person. And he'll ask you about your family. He'll ask me, how's my wife doing? Things like that, that might not seem like it goes a long way, but it makes those little things make you want to buy in that much more for him. And like I say, our back was against the wall at one point, and not much changes. It's the same messaging. It's just maybe a little different way to say it. And we bought in, and we started to win some games, but we just ran out of time.
Yeah. And this year you had a quarterback change for the first time in a long time in Pittsburgh. Did Big Ben ever show up like preseason, during the season? Was he ever around the facility, just sniffing around, like maybe I'm not done. Maybe my body feels pretty good.
I didn't see any. Did you see any of that?
I didn't see any. No.
You didn't see that in the locker room?
No.
Kenny's the guy. Kenny's the guy.
Oh,
Was it weird not having Ben around though? Just because he's been in an institution, he's been there for so long. It felt like he was the Pittsburgh Steelers of the 2000s.
Yeah, I mean, it was definitely different, but it was a nice chance for some guys to find a voice, and for us, different guys talking in the huddle, things like that, and there was kind of this turnover. We're just so young, and you have so many guys that have so much success in college that they didn't really know how to handle sometimes failure in the NFL, and losing isn't necessarily a failure. You just have to learn from it and learn how to grow and how to practice and be a true professional. And having a good group of young guys with also like a good mix of middle-aged guys, and you got like Cam Hayward, the really old-ass dudes, that keep us all connected.
Yeah. I mean, we're big Kenny fans. Jerry's actually showered at his house.
I showered, yeah.
Is that when we faced that? Hopefully that wasn't the same
No,
face.
that was a different time. Yeah, that was last year.
He was actually in the shower at the Super Bowl
Not at
last
Kenny's
year.
house,
We
yeah.
FaceTimed Jerry after the TJ interview, and Jerry picked it up. He's just got a towel holding on. Hanging on by
Well, I
that thread.
should have been there for the interview.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you're here now.
I'm here now, which is amazing.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. So you got an.
I got a bunch.
Yeah. Let's get
You wanna
really
do the
into
rapid
it.
fire?
Can we do a little rapid?
He's got
TJ, I
good
did a
rapid fire.
little
I know
rapid
he's
fire
Yeah.
questions. And if you don't want to answer, just say pass, and that's totally fine with me. We'll start off. Go-to meal after a football game.
Pizza.
Okay. Do you have
What do you
any
think about that, Jerry?
That's good. It's a good choice.
Not all the time.
No, yeah, but that's a good choice.
Okay,
You
but
know,
I mean, it's
get
kinda-
a little bit carb heavy, but we get the body back a little bit.
You have to replenish.
Of course, I understand that.
Okay.
Let's see here. When was the last time you cried?
My wedding.
I figured that.
When was the last time you cried, Jerry?
This morning.
What happened?
I was doing this.
He's getting ready for this.
All right. Bath or shower?
Shower.
Okay. Steroids are all natural.
All natural.
Excuse me. This.
Yeah,
Six
all
star.
natural.
Come
6
on,
star.
Jerry.
Perfect.
6-star whey protein.
Okay. Like I said, you can just pass on some of these. Pro-vax or anti-vax?
Pass.
Okay, that's fine.
Wait, did you say pass on the vax or pass
I'm
on
just
the
gonna
question?
pass it.
gonna
That's
pass on
fine.
that question.
Understandable.
I mean, you're supposed to be my corner here.
I'm in your corner.
No, he just wants to know, Jerry. Jerry's anti-vax, so he's hoping that you would come out strongly in his corner.
I'm staying out of the weeds on all of these.
Stay out. Okay, we only got a few more. The bedtime routine. Are you an underwear, no shirt guy? A pajama set guy? That's just
How long did it take you to come up with that?
hours.
Yeah, he's been thinking about that.
Shorts.
Shorts. Okay, perfect.
shorts, all right.
Last one. We'll do this. Deshaun Watson, guilty or innocent?
Pass.
Perfect. That's fine.
That's good.
I think you got what, two answers out of that?
Yeah, you
one?
get three.
That's pretty
I got-
good.
no, I got a
But you
couple
know what?
answers.
You miss 100% of the shots that you don't take.
Exactly.
Those are good rapid fire.
Good rapid fire.
Baccarat 540 or Tom Ford Oud Wood?
Oh, Jerry Fragrance about to pull something out. He's about to pull something out of the
Little
bag.
test.
Okay.
This is called. Well, these are travels. This is called Afternoon Swim by Louis Vuitton. I want you to try
It looks
that.
like lipstick.
Jerry's passing him cologne now.
How am I
I've
supposed
never
to
seen
One.
travel
This
cases
and
of
then-
cologne.
Yeah. You put your wrist on. What do you think about that? It's fresh.
It is fresh.
Very good.
Very fresh.
You like that one. Now we'll do this one. We'll see which
this
one you
is
like.
summer?
Summer, yes. This is called Tom Ford Tuscan Leather, and I'm wearing it if you want to smell me.
No, I'd rather do this.
That's fine. I get it.
Oh, that's
No.
way no.
Wow, too
You
strong.
should have went with. You should have wore the
now
other one
last
today.
one, you probably have that one. Baccarat 540.
Shit.
That's good. It's good.
Yeah, that's good.
You like that?
I
Which
got
one do
my
you like
wife Baccarat because you were putting up
love
Baccarat
it.
540. so
love
Look
it.
at that.
I got
Love
her
it.
for
Love
Christmas
it.
this year.
I love it. That's
540.
amazing. Yes.
You're making a
540.
difference.
Making a difference.
All right, so Jerry, back to the regular questions. What else?
For
we got?
sure. We can. I want to get
just fragrant stuff.
I want to get a little bit deeper on Mike Tomlin. You know, like as a fan, for me, it's just like I love the guy. He seems like a great motivator. He really does. But it just seems to me
Did
like
you call him mediocre, Mike?
I don't think you could find that anywhere.
Okay,
I don't
all
think
right.
you could find that anywhere. Honestly, I don't think you could find that anywhere.
I got a few videos.
All right, well, that's fine. Now, it seems to me like at times
He's good under pressure.
he's more like a friend than a coach at times. So, like, how is it like after the year is over? Is it like, oh, great job, men? You know what I mean? This group of guys will never be here again, so appreciate the times. We came up short, but we'll get them next year. What's that like?
I'll go in the beginning of the season. So we have training camp, right?
Mm-hmm.
So like Coach T's a cool guy. You can have a conversation with him. We'll be talking like this, and then we'll go into a team meeting, and we have what's called the big board. So it shows like there'll be competition periods throughout practice throughout the whole week. He'll put up the big board, and it's competition like this guy versus this guy. You're like, man, we just had a cool ass conversation out there. We're in good terms. And big board comes on. You're like, please don't have me up there, my bad reps. Bam, he'll roast your bad reps in front of everybody. So, I mean, it's all about holding you accountable while I think there's a good balance. I think he has the great balance, and he's had so much success because of it. I don't think, I mean, we've been scolded before.
Gotcha.
It's just he keeps a lot of things in-house, and I respect him for that.
Gotcha.
That's a good answer.
It's a great answer.
Yeah.
We've been big fans of Kenny Pickett's hands. We think that they were severely underrated going into the draft, and that he actually has perfectly normal size hands. Have you gotten to observe them while you shake them? What's your opinion being a guy that's around him all the time on his hands?
Honestly, all the coverage on it, I've never looked at his hands.
Yeah. He didn't really have fumbling issues.
No. Seemed
to play pretty good.
He rocks the two gloves too, doesn't he?
Yeah.
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 Kenny, two gloves. We don't like when he does the visor. We're not a big fan.
I know, but that helmet's tough to do without a visor.
Yeah.
I don't know, it looks like a NASCAR helmet.
No quarterback who wears
it's good for him, though.
But no quarterback who wears a visor has ever won the Super Bowl.
Well, he's
that
flirting
true?
with a double deal because no quarterback with a visor has ever won one. Big Ben wore one in the Super Bowl one year, but that's the year that he lost. He had a broken nose at the time. And then no quarterback with long hair has won the Super Bowl since, I guess you'd have to go back to Joe Theismann or maybe Kenny Stabler when he had it. And he's kind of got the lettuce hanging out
But he gets
the
a
bottom.
trim. He gets a trim.
What is classified? See the name or not see the name?
Yeah, if it
Like,
goes,
could you win a Super Bowl with your
absolutely
hair?
Not. I would. No, I would be
chance.
a
That's what's
god
holding you
awful
back.
NFL quarterback just because my hair is too long. That's the only reason.
Yeah.
But I'm saying like if you should just have a word with him, be like, hey, you look like kind of a dirty hippie sometimes. If you just trim it up, maybe the rest of the team, the standard becomes a standard instead of the standard being Woodstock. Or
Keep
whatever.
it above the name.
Yeah,
Just
right.
Keep it above the name.
Right.
Yes.
Speaking of hair, I have a question for you, TJ. So, is there a specific time every year that you shave your head? Because Jerry, did you see that clip?
Yeah, after the bye, I don't know.
Yeah,
I mean,
so
maybe that's just coincidental.
It's usually somewhere in the middle of the season. You take a lot off the top and you go for the bully cut, which is
the bully cut.
Yeah,
we were sitting watching football one Sunday in the gambling cave, and they showed you on the sideline. And Jerry just out of nowhere, he's like, I love when TJ cuts his hair like that. And we're like, what? And then he's like, yeah, after the bye week, he always goes to the bully cut. So is that a planned thing? Or
I usually like to do it once a year. I definitely do. I mean, I wear beanies all winter long, so I'm just like, I might as well just toss on a hat. But I do like the mentality of I don't have to fuck with my hair at all. I can just roll out of bed, go to work, not mess with anything else, cut out all distractions. So, I mean, it's definitely part of it.
Yeah, he likes that hair.
I like. You look more intimidating like that when you got like in the beginning of the year. You usually have a little bit longer hair, and it's like he's not really in bully season yet. And then after the bye, you turn it up.
I was trying to hold a straight face and give you an intimidating
No,
look.
this is all serious. This is all serious. He likes bully mode.
Do you think, I do. Like, do you ever look at yourself?
I'm gonna
like
tell you
bully
right now,
season?
though, if I have a bad game and you tell me I need to bully ball, I'm gonna tell you to get the hell out of here.
No, I
Leave me alone, all right?
I will.
Well, what if he tells your wife?
I'm done.
She won't see it?
She won't see it. I'm done with that. But another question I had is this. Now, who do you gravitate towards after a game? Would it be like a guy like me who's gone through all these battles and wars for you and had your back? Or would you gravitate towards an 8-year-old kid who's at a game for the first time giving something away? Like a jersey
You
or
saying like a tunnel or something or after a game?
yeah, you give your gloves or something like that. If you've seen me and an 8-year-old kid next to me, it's like, hey, TJ, it's my first Steelers game. Then you see me. Are you giving the gloves to me or are you giving it to the kid, you think?
I don't know where this is going. This could go somewhere else where they were with JJ over there.
No, it's a fair. I think it's
I think I'm going to the kid.
Gotcha.
Okay.
I saw you in Miami.
Yes. I only say that because 2019 we were playing the Jets. I think it was 19 or 20.
We were. We were.
We were playing the Jets, and it
He's
was
in your foxhole.
yeah. It was in East Rutherford, and I had a sign, and I said, "Hey TJ, it's your biggest fan." And pregame, you seen it, and I had a jersey, your jersey, and on the bottom of the sign it said, "Please sign this." And you looked at me, and you were like, you gave me a nod, like, "I got you," and then you just never came.
You gave it to a kid?
No.
Dude, it's so hard.
I believe it.
Like when you come out in warm-ups and there's just so many people that like have Steelers gear, have signs, and it's like you truly can't get to everybody. It's so hard to like show appreciation for people and then not let them down. So it's like in that situation, I'm sorry.
All good.
If maybe your hand was covering the please sign.
Maybe.
So can we write that wrong? Maybe.
Hold
Hold
on. He got to apologize. I apologize.
Oh, wow.
Thank you. That's
Wow.
great.
Friendship.
But maybe we can go even one further.
That's the funniest thing. You gave him your hand. Like
Grab a strong hand.
Well, I got
kiss
Hank
it.
telling me to move the mic. Like,
But maybe we can go one further. Jerry, did you maybe bring anything that could get signed?
I might have a couple things.
Couple.
Yeah.
Let's knock out the Christmas gift.
Yeah, let's see what we got. Let's pull out the bag.
TJ, would you say that Jerry is your biggest fan?
Hands down.
Hands down.
Okay, there
Wow,
you go.
Jerry.
You're officially stamped. His
That-
biggest
love
fan.
it.
That was incredible.
I really do appreciate it. We talk about it. Me and Jada talk about it all the time. It is.
So it's for my son.
Yeah, awesome.
Okay.
It is so cool to have someone in your corner like yourself. So I really do appreciate it, Jerry.
Wait, Jerry, that's not for your son named eBay, is it?
No,
it's
of
for
course
your
not.
your real son.
See, one thing people don't understand is like I never sell any of my autographs ever. I
Right.
never have. It's just something I really appreciate. You know, this is mine too.
He's got 2 jerseys.
Yeah, I got a couple things.
He's got a couple more things in the back. Oh. Look at that.
Do you have the wristband, Jerry?
I don't. I wish I bought it.
Do you think that you're the best player in the NFL, defensive wise? Like, if somebody were to say Aaron Donald is better than you, would you defend yourself with the same vigor that Jerry defends
Here,
you
do the
with?
cards after
No, that's
Jerry.
that's
Yeah,
the
he
awesome
brought all
thing.
these cards.
You let Jerry do it because
Yeah.
the conversations like that are for the fans. Because I never want to get into a battle with someone about who's better, who's not. Who am I to say?
Yeah.
I respect everybody in the NFL. It's never a personal attack at anybody. So that's why football is so cool and the fans are so cool because they get to go back and forth in a barbershop about it till their heads turn blue.
Yeah.
We do think that Aaron Donald's the best defensive player in the NFL.
No.
I mean,
What
he's a
would you say
monster.
counter to
I
that?
love the laugh.
I mean, it's just foolish, you know, and he'll tell you straight up, I think he will. That year you got snubbed from the defensive player of the year. That was ridiculous. I mean, you dismantled every category.
I mean, it's not my vote. That's just.
But you beat him in every
I
statistical
know, but
category.
it doesn't do me any well to like be upset about it.
So do you play with a chip on your shoulder because of that a little bit?
Our chip is always in the shoulder.
There we go.
Gotcha.
Bully ball.
love
What do you got next, Jerry?
Yeah, so obviously you know now, since you got drafted, I've been a huge supporter, big fan. Now, I've been messaging you over the years, and it goes back for 4 or 5 years now, and you know, you never actually responded until about this year, I would say. Did you ever see the messages? And if you've seen them, why didn't you respond?
I swear I never saw.
I believe it.
What were some of the messages?
Because you have messages and you have like general. It goes like
Gotcha.
a
Yeah.
secondary thing.
Okay.
So I don't go to see the secondary
All
thing.
good.
But after I saw everything go down on like Twitter and stuff, where it actually got to me, I went back and I looked and now we respond.
Jerry's like, this is like if the song Stan had a happy ending.
Yeah.
That's what I'm
Yeah.
looking at
Yeah.
right now.
For sure.
Like Stan and Eminem just went off and became best pals.
So, Jerry, what were some of the messages?
You know, he would put up a picture.
Yeah, you can scroll
You
up.
sure?
Yeah.
You sure?
I'll see if I can find.
I'd like to see a couple of them.
Yeah, I want to actually hear TJ read them because you might skip over some of them.
Yeah, you definitely would.
No, not going to say that one.
I think you're nailing this so far,
Yeah.
Jerry.
I feel good. I'm in the zone right
What would
Yeah,
you, what
you
would-
are.
what would you give yourself as an interviewer
No,
right now?
no. All I have is back to this year, October 11th.
Wow. So you know what that means? You might have deleted me. You might have deleted the.
Oh no.
Because I go back deep.
Here's one though. You are eating enough protein, right, T? Right, TJ? Just want to be sure. Don't skip any meals. Like to add a few more pounds before the playoff push. Best of luck this week. I was like that motherfucker.
I called you scrawny.
The amount of times I looked at that picture and I zoomed in, I go, damn, I do.
Well, yeah. He showed me it too. He's like, look at this picture. Does TJ look like he's lost a little weight? I was like, I don't know, Jerry.
And he just put up a picture of these, I think there's like cinnamon twists or something like that. And I got on him. I was like, hey, you know, that's not really bully food.
Yeah. Jerry, I got a question for you.
Yeah.
Those shorts that you're wearing right now.
Oh, yeah.
Are those aren't the shorts from the train incident, are they?
They're washed.
Yeah.
So those are
Yeah.
Those are the ones that
Those
you
are the
shit.
catastrophes.
They're washed, though, yeah.
But
Dude.
They're washed.
wait, so the biggest day of your life, meeting like the athlete you look up to the most, and you get ready for it, and you put on your shit shorts.
You know how long it took me to get ready?
How do they know that they're the shorts? How do people know that?
You could see it in the video.
Have you seen the video?
Is this the sad day, bad day?
Yes. Yes, the pooping your pants.
Yes. I poop my pants. Yes.
But like, you know, like I wash them because they're not cheap, you know, and I don't like to really buy expensive clothes, but when I buy something that's a little bit more pricey, I like to, you know, keep it. So
Take care of it, yeah.
Yeah, I wash them. But it took me a long time to get ready today. It really did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot of nerves.
You have any more questions?
Yeah.
Did your mother ever find out about the Ash incident?
No, never. Thank God. Never.
She doesn't have internet? No one will ever show her?
No, she doesn't have social media.
Is she going to listen to this podcast?
No.
So if she listens to this podcast and finds out that you
I blew it.
Yeah, well, no, it's okay. I'll cover up for you. You dropped your grandmother's ashes on the ground and had to vacuum some of them up.
I mean, I'd take my PS5 controllers away. I mean, that's probably where she would start. But okay, I want to talk about this really quick. Now, for me, growing up, the rivalry usually was always the Ravens. Now, Joe Burrow's in the league. They're good. They're real good. That changed, I would assume. Is that like a game where you guys get up for the most now? Would it be the Bengals?
I don't know what's getting up the most. I think obviously the Bengals, and I don't want to take anything away from the Ravens games either. Those are always huge games. I think it's just the AFC North is pretty stacked at quarterback in general now. So every game is a get-up game, if that makes sense.
No, I get it.
Who's your favorite guy to hit?
Ooh. The next quarterback.
Yeah.
That was one of mine.
That's the right answer. That's the right answer.
That's the right answer.
But I also want to hear like the real answer. What's the most satisfying hit? Maybe not like your favorite guy to hit, but looking back on one particular hit that you've had that you're like, damn, that felt good. And it also, you could tell that it hurt the other guy.
I don't know if it's like hurting. I think the ultimate is like a forced sack or like sack, forced fumble recovery. I had that against Fitzpatrick when he was with the Dolphins.
Yeah, that's kind of elder abuse, though. He's like, he's a
You're
old Harvard
you're
professor.
taking some of the credit away from myself.
I thought you were going to talk about the playoff one where you almost won Hank a lot of money.
Oh,
That was a nice play, too.
was nice.
Good play.
I mean, you can't single any out, man. Hitting anybody's fun.
Do you have a
when it comes to football?
Yeah.
is there one game that you look back on and you're like, that's my best game that I've played in the NFL so far?
No.
It quite possibly could have been week one.
This year.
It could have been that. It could have been
But you said I don't come out starting the season as bully ball, so how does that make sense?
just the look factor.
At the time, we watched it together, and Jerry was screaming, "This is bully ball, TJ! You're being a bully" at the TV.
Well, there's also
because you kind of won that game.
Yeah.
It was frustrating to feel like I had a great offseason, and then to be able to start out the season, the first game how I did, and then to get hurt in like one of the last plays of the game was very unfortunate.
Yeah.
But that's why I was trying to get back. And then when you come back, you're just trying to get back to that, and it's hard to do that when you're coming off of an injury and not fully healthy.
For sure. Now there's a viral clip about third quarter, 6 minutes left, Heinz Field, Baker Mayfield goes back for a pass. This is like a year or two ago. He goes back for a pass, and you swat it down, and you point to him, right? What did you say? Do you remember? Because it sounded like you said, "You suck, bitch."
No. No, he gets batted down a lot, so it's just something like you're gonna have to fucking throw it over, throw
Gotcha.
it higher next time when you
Gotcha.
bat it down all day. Just something little. But
Are you like a trash
got a
talker on
penalty
the field?
for pointing.
Really?
You're not allowed to point because it's like
Wow. Oh, I didn't know that.
Can you gesture with like your whole hand, like a grand, you bitch?
I don't know.
Now, I don't want to take anything away from Jerry here, but I technically have been a TJ Watt fan longer than he has. Yeah. So I mean,
That's fine. Keep going.
it's true.
It might be. Yeah. Go.
Well, I mean, he played for my college team.
I
my favorite
agree.
college
I agree, Dan. Go.
Yeah, last time we talked, we were trying to work on repairing the program.
Yeah.
How
So
do you feel?
has Fickle reached out to you?
No,
we
he's
need to
reached-
get the Watt brothers back in the mix.
I know JJ has had some connection with him. I haven't had any connection with him. I have a buddy who is in the offices up there, so I'm trying to get up there sometime this spring to just kind of meet everybody. I know
Yeah.
there's so much excitement around the program that I just want to be a part of it.
It's legitimately probably the most excited I've been since you guys were in school, since you and JJ and Derek. And sorry, Jerry. I didn't mean.
No, it's fine. It's your show.
You're a bigger fan, but
For sure.
for the years.
Of course. I understand. I just didn't want you to make me look like, hey, I'm just some flim flam fan. I'm not.
I don't think that is
Okay.
what anyone will
All
take
right.
away from this interview.
That's fine.
I
That's
don't
fine.
think anyone's going to think that you're a flim flam fan.
Okay, I just want to make sure of that so we're on the same page. I got a couple more, not too many though. Now, do you think it's beneficial for the Steelers organization to have me around at camp and do some? Would you lobby for me to do some water work, keep the guys hydrated? In the hot heat in the camp and stuff like that. You guys are sweating, you guys are tired. Jersey Jerry's there, he's hydrating you guys. Do you think it's beneficial?
You crapped your pants on a train with it?
Yeah.
Catastrophe.
How are you going to make it on the sideline through
Heat.
all the offseason heat?
I'll be okay.
That sounds like it was a food-related issue, though.
Yeah, Taco
as long
Bell.
as you
You're
stick
not
to
gonna
like,
eat? Yeah.
That
you
was
stick
Taco
to
Bell incident
simple
the
like
night
a
prior.
dog getting over a sickness. You just
Yeah.
eat like boiled white rice and hamburger meat,
Yeah.
and I think your intestines should be good to go.
Yeah, I think I'd be good.
Jerry
I
said,
think you would be a great asset, honestly, because it's all about energy and excitement, and I think more of us need to understand that we're living the dream and that we're here for a reason. I think that you would bring that to the sideline for sure.
Jerry also, he's said that he would leave all of Barstool. He'd leave everything to
Yeah.
be a water boy.
Yeah.
If it paid what, $50,000 a year?
$50K.
I don't think that's what water boys make.
I don't know what they make.
Yeah.
I mean, I would leave $50K. Yeah, I could raise a family.
What's
on
your
50K.
selling points?
For me?
Yeah.
Never late, on time. I'm a big motivator. I'm a big fan of the Steelers organization. I'm funny. I'm a little bit witty at times. But yeah, I'm just
Smell good?
I smell great always. You know what I mean?
Always.
And I'll just be a ride or die. I'll be there for you guys.
If anything breaks around the stadium, you can fix it too.
Great point.
Yes.
I'm a union pipe fitter.
There we go.
Yeah. Shout out.
Jack
Wait,
of all
are you still in
trades.
the union?
I was a union pipe fitter.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
But it's good. You're like a handyman. You can fix
Yeah,
anything.
I could do anything usually. So if you ever need any, hey Jerry, electric, give me a call. I'll come over.
All right.
Take care.
All right. What else you got, Jerry?
Let's see here. What's it like to you to be a Steeler? Like, what does that mean to you?
It's awesome. The people is what makes it so special, and it's not only just the fans. Like I say, when you go to Giant Eagle, people will nudge you and say, "Good game, good luck. Why are we blitzing so damn much?" Little things like that. And then as far as just like having the tradition, like I said, it's very unfortunate the passing of Franco, but he was around a lot, and that's what makes that place so special. As Coach Tomlin always says, the guys that come back, they don't want anything from you; they just want to be a part of it, and they want to teach you the Steeler way. And I think that kind of encompasses what makes the legacy continue to grow, and why we take so much weight of when we don't make the playoffs, when we don't perform, because we know what the city and the former players who paved the way deserve.
For sure.
Love it.
Good question.
And could you, and I'm going to put you on the spot a little bit, could you ever picture yourself in another uniform?
No, I hope I never have to.
Love it.
Love it.
That made my day.
Yeah, that was it right there.
Yep.
That was the money shot.
Yep.
All right, so TJ, the 6-star whey protein, we got to get Jerry on it.
Yeah.
That's if you're committed, Jerry, you should be on a full training regimen.
I would do it for that.
Yeah. The
I would do it for
TJ90
that.
method.
Yeah. Why
Yeah.
don't we get TJ to send you a
Done.
workout?
Done.
And then we'll do it, and
That
we'll
would be-
chart your.
that would be
because like if
legendary.
you don't perform, TJ's gonna be let down.
Of course.
Right.
I do anything in my power to make this work.
Short
Okay.
of killing
All right.
yourself.
Yes.
Yes, I won't do that.
That will not
Just
be on
making
the
sure.
list of things to do. Trust me.
No.
Well, this has been a great interview. TJ, thank you so much. We appreciate you stopping by. Hopefully, you guys can do dinner sometime.
Yes, we still need.
Yes.
I texted you before I
know,
messaged you
but-
before we came out here. I said, "Are you going to be out here? We should do dinner."
Yeah.
And you kind of like left it out there.
No. The thing is,
I've been saying
I
for
don't
a
wanna
while
be-
that Big Cat's been a big fan of TJ Watts for a
I
while.
would go to dinner.
I'm not you may not think this, but like I'm not that type of guy. I'm not going to put the pressure on you. Like, hey, TJ, you still have to bring me to
Wait.
dinner. You know.
I mean, you DM'd his wife to ask to play Magic.
I know that's why I
That was
started.
That was 3 years ago.
That's why I started with I'm not usually that type of guy. But hey, if you, I mean, I'm free. I'm free now. I'm free tonight. You know.
Well,
Just
we might figure it out this weekend.
perfect.
Oh, hell yes.
Done.
I'd like to come.
Can he come?
It's good to come. Please come with me.
All right, done. Done.
Can I come?
Of course.
Done.
Yeah.
Let's
All
do
right.
it.
Love it. Well, TJ, thanks again, man.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. You made a young boy's dream today.
Awesome.
Jerry's
I'm
going
glad.
to be ear to ear for a while for this. So.
I'm
I think
riding
he only
high.
has like 6 trading cards for you to sign.
yeah, you got,
Yeah.
yeah, you're going to
Yeah.
be here for a while. True.
No,
Sign all
no,
these
it's only
cards.
3 or 4. That's it.
Yeah.
In all honesty, though, I truly do appreciate
Thank
it.
you.
I really do.
That's a lot. I love it. I love it. All right. Well, thanks so much, TJ.
Thanks, guys.
TJ Watt was brought to you by Instacart. The big game's coming up. You probably already know this because you've been shopping our special PMT card on Instacart. It's full of all the essentials that you need to get you ready for game day. But you know what else is coming up? That's right, Valentine's Day. It's easy to become so focused on prop bets, squares, and the injustice that your team didn't even make the playoffs that there's a good chance that you forgot that Valentine's Day is only 2 days later. Luckily, Instacart has your back. You can shop all kinds of last-minute Valentine's Day gifts and get them delivered in as fast as an hour. Valentine's Day is here. Don't fumble it. Get delivery nationwide in as fast as an hour, or you can select a delivery window that best fits your schedule. Get whatever you need from flowers, fragrances, ingredients for date night dinners, electronics, beauty products, sweets, literally anything that you can think of, even jewelry, delivered nationwide in as fast as an hour. Don't fumble Valentine's Day. Effortlessly shop for everything that you need for Valentine's Day on the Instacart app or instacart.com using the link instacart.com/vday and get free delivery when you cart that first order. Offer valid for a limited time. Minimum order $10. Additional terms apply.
Okay. Let's wrap up Super Bowl week. Fyre Fest of the week. It's been a great week.
Been an awesome week.
You have a
I
Fyre
love
Fest?
Super Bowl week.
Yeah. You
Very
did?
fun.
Well, the mini golf was great.
Mini golf was great. Thanks everyone for tuning in. Jake
course.
crushed it. You guys crushed it.
Everyone crushed it.
Thank you. We all crushed it.
It's my first time being in the truck for a big broadcast like that. It was chaos.
Yeah. Did Jake thank you at the end of the show?
Of course.
Class act.
Thanked
Consummate
everyone
professional.
in the truck.
Class
Not
act.
individually, but just the truck.
One of my favorite things about Jake was after the Arizona Bowl was over and we were getting ready to leave, we had to wait for Jake to get into the car because he was making a point to walk around and thank everybody in the truck for all their help during the
Yeah,
broadcast.
gotta go in the truck after the
It's
game.
class act through and
Say
through.
thank you. Yeah.
Fyre Fest, Hank.
Fyre Fest, we went out to dinner last night after mini golf. Dave took a bunch of, basically it was like 20 people out to dinner. Very nice steakhouse. I had fried lobster for the first time in my life. That's all I've been thinking about. It was the most delicious thing I've ever ate.
Oh, that sounds great. So did you?
So there was,
stay
a
till
lot
till
of
the
great
end?
food, a lot of good wine. At the very end of the night, it was like 11:45. We were there for probably three and a half hours. Brandon Walker and his wife got up and just left. They didn't really even say goodbye. They just kind of walked out. Brandon left $20 on his chair, which was wild. And then Caleb and Will walked out shortly after, but they kind of dapped everyone up and then walked out. And I was going out with them after. I went to the bathroom, came back, and everyone was like, I can't believe they left before the bill came out. That's crazy, disrespectful move. I was like, yeah, that is kind of a wild move. At the time, I thought Dave was like paying for the bill. It had paid for the bill at that point. I was a little drunk, and then I left. So I acknowledged
admitted it,
I
yeah.
acknowledged how crazy of a move it was. Walked out, got in the car with them, and then I was getting texts like, "Did you actually just leave?" And I was like, I kind of hit me. I was like, "Oh boy." I also left.
Yeah.
So disrespectful move by me. Obviously, got a lot of heat for it on the internet. Big mistake. Big Fyre Fest.
Yeah, that was a big mistake.
Did you leave
And I
$20
got
on your
banned
chair?
from I got banned from going to dinners for 10 years.
Did you leave money on your chair?
I did not leave money on the chair.
That's actually almost worse, is to leave $20 on your chair. So then somebody has to pick up your like butt sweat 20 that's barely going to make a dent in the
he left it
tab.
on the table. They were like, did Brandon leave? And they're like, well, he left $20 on the table. So I think that was his sign that he left.
Yeah,
The old
nice
Mississippi
tip.
exit.
Nice tip. All right, PFT, your Fyre Fest.
So my Fyre Fest is last night I went out to kind of an industry party, meet up with some old friends there, and it was something shocking happened to me. I'm still not entirely sure that it really occurred, but I was having a conversation with a good friend, Mark Titus. He was there, and he can vouch for all this as being the God's honest truth. First of all, I was at a party that was hosted by Cowturd. He came up to me, we shook hands, instantly got into a debate about soup in front of like very high-powered media executives that were like, what the hell are these guys talking about? He told this long story about what a fan of soup he was, how he ate soup every day at ESPN for like 7-8 years. And then later on, he saw me outside, and we rekindled the soup debate. So we've got into 2 separate soup debates now. But the most shocking part of the night was when I was talking to Mark, and we're having a conversation about God knows what. And all of a sudden, I feel somebody like grab the back of my elbow and my arm and give it like a pinch and like a little tickle. And so I turn around, and Shannon Sharp's behind me. And Shannon Sharp just tickled my arm and then turned his back and walked away.
He got you.
And then I don't know Shannon Sharp. He doesn't know me as far as I know.
He got you.
I don't know if he thought I was a woman from behind because I do have the hair, but I looked at Titus and I go, did Shannon Sharp just tickle the back of my arm and then walk away?
Thought you were a woman.
And Titus was like, yeah, he did. And then I just stood there like, did anybody else think that this is really weird what just happened? And then Shannon.
Were you caked up?
What's that?
What were you wearing?
What, is it my fault?
Yeah, you're
I'm
too provocative.
I did have the goods dumped out. I had some pretty tight jeans on. I got a nice ass. So you might have seen that. I was wearing a polo shirt. So like, I don't know. I don't think I look that attractive from behind as a female. I'm much more attractive as a female from the front. And so he just walked away, and then I was just left there in a position where I don't know what to do with myself. But I think Shannon likes me.
Yeah, he definitely likes you.
I think he likes me. So Shannon, let's hang out sometime.
Hit it up.
Have a couple cases of Mountain Dew together.
Hit it up.
Unk.
I love that.
Unk, right?
Yeah.
That's what they call him?
Yeah.
I do understand why LeBron James is like, nobody should fuck with Unk because I think he could have kicked everybody's ass at that party. He's a very big dude. But
He's a big dude.
Yeah, I think Shannon's got the hots for me.
Damn. All right. We got to have him on the show and be like, what were you doing?
Yeah, what was up with that?
Yeah. Why were you tickling me?
Maybe.
Why was another man tickling
It
me?
might just be best that we never.
It was like
crossed paths
how
again.
it was definitely. There's no % chance it was accidental contact.
It was not
like a full like pinch.
It was hand that grabbed the back of my arm and then fingers that manipulated the back of my arm.
I think he probably thought you were a woman and then realized you weren't, and that's why he turned his back.
It's happened before.
Yeah.
At a supermarket one time, I turned around and this guy was looking at my ass, and then he looked up and he was like, "Oh no."
Yeah,
what have I done?
We went out to dinner in Vegas, and the waitress said, "What we have, miss?"
Yeah, well, she was
you.
behind. She was from behind me.
And we laughed hard.
Yeah, well, you know what? Like, it's fine. It's fine. It's just, if I were to, like, power rank all the media people that would have come up to try to tickle the back of my arm, I don't think I'd have Shannon Sharp in the top 300.
No. Oh, maybe he gets down like that.
Yeah, listen, no disrespect, Shannon.
No, call him.
It's all love.
All right, my Fyre Fest. I was pretty close to getting arrested this morning. I don't know if I've told anyone here this story. I was pretty close to getting arrested this morning. So I've been going to the gym every morning trying to keep whatever weight. I mean, it's not even keeping it off because I'm drinking beers and eating like shit. So I've been going to the gym every morning. I have a membership in Brooklyn that it's a national gym. So I've been just hitting up, like it's basically like go any direction from our hotel and there's one of these gyms. So I've been going to different ones. I'm like, oh, why not check it out, right? So I go to the gym this morning. I do my workout. I go to the hot tub, which is on a pool deck. So you got to wear a bathing suit. So I get in my bathing suit. I go out to the pool deck. I sit in the hot tub for 20 minutes. I go back to take a shower. I'm in the, right when you walk in, it's like just a row of showers. I turn on the shower and I go to take off my bathing suit. My hands are on my bathing suit as I'm taking it off. And a woman turns the corner.
Yeah.
And I was in the women's bathroom, and she looked at me, and I was like, oh my fucking God, and just ran out of there. But I was like, my hands were on my bathing suit to take my bathing suit off. She was 2 seconds late, 1 second later, and I would have just been standing there naked, about to get in the shower. I would have been in a lot of trouble, I feel like.
You know what? I think it happens more than you would realize.
But to the shower, I've done this before, where you walk into a bathroom like an airport, and you're like, where are the urinals? Oh, fuck. I'm in the showers. Like, that's not good.
You're pretty deep in there.
Yeah.
I did that one time at a gym in New York, too, and then I panicked. And you got to get the hell out of
Oh,
there.
I got out so fast.
Yeah.
She was thankfully wearing a bathing suit, and she was wearing... It was a one-piece bathing suit, which gives off major, like, I'm putting you in jail vibes.
Yeah.
If it was a bikini, I feel like maybe I could have gotten out of there without. But, like, she probably would have dropped the hammer on me.
Yeah.
And if she would have been nude, that would have even been, I think I would have been worse.
Yeah.
Because then I would have definitely been, I would have at least had to speak to the police.
So you'd be able to talk your way out of that one, probably.
I also am such an idiot because, like the urinal thing is a context clue. I walked into the shower well, and I was like, this looks pretty clean. Just kept on walking. Then I saw like in the shower was like a can of shaving cream for sensitive skin. And I was like, oh, maybe because it's so hot. Like,
Guys shower. Guys
guy
shave in the shower all the time.
Yeah, it was like a orange can of sensitive skin shaving cream. And then once I saw her, I was like, well, you're a fucking idiot. All these context clues are pretty obvious. You're in the women's shower.
Every time I go into a women's bathroom by mistake, and it's probably only happened like 3 or 4 times over the course of my life, you do realize that their bathrooms are way cooler than ours.
Yeah.
They've got stalls everywhere. The urinals really junk up the place.
Yeah, no, and again, like, who hasn't walked into a women's bathroom? But I turned the shower on. I was standing outside my shower.
Yeah.
Like, you can't get more into a women's locker room than the shower.
Maybe she thought she was in the wrong bathroom.
She didn't say anything. I just started scurrying like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. But yeah, that would have been a really bad way to start the day.
That'd be tough.
If I had to walk my way out of that.
It'd be, wow, Michael Irvin, Dan Katz.
Yeah.
Both kicked out immediately.
Super Bowl week, yeah. Fuck.
Also, did you hear Mike Irvin's apology?
No.
Well, that's because he didn't apologize.
Oh, okay, yeah. I wouldn't expect him to.
He went on the radio and they asked him, like, why'd you get sent home, Mike? And he goes, well, I had a few drinks and then I got back to the hotel lobby and apparently I said something. I don't even remember the conversation, though. So I don't know. I definitely didn't say anything like too bad, but I don't even remember talking to anybody. And then they showed me the video and yeah, there I was talking to a woman, but I don't remember. So he's pulling out the don't remember doesn't count defense.
Yeah, it didn't happen. Didn't happen. All right, Jake, finish us off.
Yeah, I have a few quick ones. First up, from the mini golf broadcast yesterday, I was giving some context on where we were. It was Golfland Sunsplash in Mesa, Arizona, 22 minutes from downtown Phoenix and 36 minutes from State Fart Stadium.
You said State Fart?
Yeah.
You said
I was
State
just like
Fart?
State Fart, and it sounded like fart. And
my God.
That's gonna be a
Nick
chip on the
roasted me
shoulder
for
for Mahomes too.
State Fart Stadium.
He's gonna be ready to go.
So
after that
not my
disrespect.
greatest.
Wow.
Won't be going on the reel, but I think the listeners got some laughs out of it. That was the point.
As long as you have your antenna up when you have to read the words bulging disc, that's a big one.
Yeah.
Great work with penultimate too.
Yeah.
That's your word.
That word.
Obviously. Number 2, we have a upcoming interview coming out with Max Homa. We hit at this cage behind, and I choked.
It was bad.
Rubber T 3 times.
I heard. Really bad.
It was really bad. So I just want to get ahead of that so that no one's surprised by it. So
he hit
that is
pop-ups.
not my regular golfing, but under pressure it is, and I have no excuses.
That video will be on the Instagram today. The one good thing to take away from that is it wasn't as bad
worried
as Max.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
All right.
Max just choked
But
up.
no one expects Max to golf.
Max choked up,
Right.
and it looked like he was going to bunt.
Yeah.
But Max Homa has.
Max golfs like a Flintstone, I would imagine.
I think
Max-
that's what I think. I said that you're like a caveman.
Yeah.
Max Homa has seen my regular swing, so
No, it doesn't count.
Well, no, that's
yeah.
that's your regular swing now.
Yeah,
yeah,
that is.
until further notice.
Under the bright
I
lights.
deserve the criticism.
Yep.
And finally,
And they were your own golf clubs?
no, it was this
okay, 'cause
dented
you did
driver.
bring your own golf
yeah,
clubs.
this
All
dented
right.
driver out here. But my
Oh,
fault.
dented, does that make a difference?
Sounds like
I
you're
was
making
describing.
excuses.
That's
no
another
excuses.
excuse.
Oh, it sounds
No
like making
excuse.
excuses.
Except it's a dented driver and it's not your normal swing.
Correct.
Okay.
Finally, I forgot to remind you to call the bowling guy on Wednesday show.
Oh, fuck. Yeah, well, you weren't on the show. All right.
yeah,
I'll
but I
call
still
him
got a
real
text in, so that's
quick.
my fault.
I saved his number, I think.
I feel like there's a realistic chance because it's been nights the last few times.
Yeah.
This is only 6 p.m. local or 6 p.m. Eastern.
Got his number saved. Ready to go.
Was it the U.S. Bowling Congress? Yeah, Bowling Congress.
He's ducking us.
You might be blocked.
He's ducking
No, I would
us.
go right to voicemail.
No, I think it's an office phone. He's ducking us.
Welcome to
Motherfucker. All right, well, the quest continues.
Move on to Sunday.
Yeah. Well, I'll
Oh
keep
my
calling.
God! And if God forbid the Eagles lose, you're gonna ream this guy.
Oh.
if he
punish
enters
him.
Sunday.
I have
Punish
a prediction this guy's not picking up any
This guy
calls.
better be rooting
No,
for the Birds.
we haven't called. So the only thing I would say is we have not called during regular business hours. So that's the only thing that
9
we
to
maybe
5, Monday to Friday.
Yeah, right. So maybe that's it. Okay. Great Super Bowl week. Great episode, boys. We'll be back right here on Sunday night. Either some of us very happy or some of us very sad. Let's kick it to ourselves. Hank, have you ever gotten the lottery ball number? Have you? Are you gonna answer me?
I do.
What?
I answer it
What'd you say?
shortly.
No, but have you ever gotten it before?
This is a repeat.
Yeah, but have you ever gotten
It's
it?
not a repeat.
Actually, one of the camera guys yesterday stopped the broadcast, put his camera down. He's like, "Hey, can you ask Hank real quick if he's ever gotten the lottery ball?"
That's
And I just-
actually true, right?
Yeah,
no, that guy
100%
was a
true.
fan. Yeah,
yes,
that was
yes, it was awesome because I thought he had like something serious to tell me. Have you?
No.
Okay, well, let's find out if you do right now. Okay, end of the show. Getting ready for the Super Bowl. You just listened to the whole Super Bowl preview. It's still February 3rd, though. Hank, have you gotten this lottery ball machine number?
No.
Oh, interesting.
Well, are you sure?
Yes.
You've just done three times in a row. All right, number 17.
18.
Did you even say a number, Billy? That was just 65.
20.
Hey,
16.
16.
Gonna spread my wings.
Can I change my number?
Go. No. Overruled by Hank. What was your number? PFT, what was your number?
I
We're gonna
forget.
Go back. 77.
It wasn't that.
Did you guess 77 at some point?
No, I thought that was 17.
Third time.
Oh, man.
Fuck this.